Hi, everybody. It's Meta Monday. Welcome to Masters of the Metaverse. I'm your host and GM, James Durham, and joining me at the table today, I have Luke Amundsen, Jess Weaver, and both Christian and Maggie Doyle.
Yay!
I have Leo back on tech, and there might be a Mark hiding somewhere in the studio.
Yay! Hey, Leo and Mark.
Masters of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is funded and supported entirely by viewers like you. Check out our Patreon page now and see how you can support this show and other great shows like it. Speaking of Patreon, we've got some special backers I want to thank. Frank Tuttle, thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Ryan Morrison, thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan.
Matthew O'Brien,
Oh, right.
thank you.
Thank you,
Matthew.
Matthew.
Masters of the Metaverse is the most interactive live stream RPG in the world. How? Well, we've got that great store, which is on my left, but you can't see what I'm pointing at, so that doesn't really matter. But there's a couple of things in it so far. It looks like we got a meta point over there. A moment of clarity is in there. Rosie already has a buff. There's a team up already in there. We're already making some progress. And they might need some of your help today, but that's right there is how you can control, influence, and change the action. And there's even some fun new ones in there. We got one story time available today. That's right.
Story time.
Oh boy. Oh, in addition to that, you know, the Patreon thing we mentioned, we run these polls every week, and you can vote and influence the game. You guys want to know how those results turned out? All right.
Please.
Maggie, plus 10 health, plus 5 to a roll.
Woo-hoo, thank you.
Jess, plus 10 health, plus 6 to a roll.
Grazie.
Luke, plus 10 health, plus 4 to a roll.
Thank you, thank you.
Christian, plus 40 health, plus 5 to a roll.
Damn!
And I get plus...
Thank you, Patreon. I love you best too.
And I get plus 20 health and plus 3 to a roll.
Oh, you did better in health than most of us.
It's because he needs it.
There's less organs than the rest of us.
This is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That
I
is
don't
an
know.
actual
you
fact.
and I might be even. No, you have one. I have one more than you do.
Hey, how about some credits?
Yay!
A group of strangers was brought together through blackmail, lies, and advertising campaigns. They became metapilots, people capable of traveling to strange new places called metaverses and inhabiting the remarkable people known as avatars who lived within. At first, it was just a game, but it soon became a struggle for all reality. Betrayed by an entity that they once trusted, the one known as Tom, these metapilots slayed a would-be immortal, healed a broken world, and saved the entirety of the metaverse. But now, they must answer for their deeds. The metaverse sends you where you need to be. But where are they?
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the metaverse.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse, they travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice, bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.
Welcome back!
Yay!
Previously on Masters of the Metaverse, our heroes ventured into a metaverse hidden by Antonius Basileus, trying to find whatever secret he kept there. What they found were the gods of mythology as avatars. And wow, they were avatars like no other. Involved in a war with other gods in their metaverse, Zeus, the avatar of Crash, claims to know the secret of Antonius, but so far has refused to reveal it until they aid him and his fellow gods in their task. Before they could complete it, however, they were brought back out of that metaverse. This form of travel, it would seem, needs a bit of refinement. The effect was severe. It's taken 2 days to recover from it. Yesterday, Zenta went over the next stage of his plan with you. Crash Jackson is to register and fight his way up the ranks to qualify for the grand tournament, but must do so without revealing the full extent of his capabilities. Wyatt is to be himself and represent the mysterious criminal and owner of Crash. Rosie and Maddox, adorned in identity-concealing body armor, are to act as bodyguards and handlers, and much more importantly, eyes and ears, for many dismiss the presence of lowly bodyguards and often forget that they too have eyes and ears.
I like how we're bodyguards, but she's actually buff and I'm not.
I think that might not be the case anymore.
Yeah.
Today is the day.
Different world.
Andy James has already left on some kind of secret spy mission for Zenda, and also, of course, to check in with Bruno and the others. There is much that must be done, and done without being noticed for Zenda's plan. Things are different this morning. You feel different. Rosie, you have a strange sense of exhilaration at the thought of going out in disguise today and deceiving people. In fact, this whole thing of like mischief and trickery might be the most interested you've been in anything since being in Meta Ant. Wyatt, today's the day. You've got to be you, but also not you. It's all too familiar. A lot of this is going to be up to you, and you're going to have to face the public and be the one who actually is there interacting with people. You, and for once you don't actually feel like that's a bad idea. You feel like that actually might be the best plan, that you might be the most qualified man for the job. That level of confidence is just not something you're used to. Maddox, it has been an interesting experience, and not something you can really share. Being that close to fate is different. And not something you really want to talk about, even if you could find a way to put it into words. And then, there was waking up this morning with your hair. That's definitely new.
That is definitely new.
Mm-hmm.
Crash,
That's mean.
today is going to be the day. You have wanted to wrestle ever since you first saw it on television.
Yes, I have.
You feel like you could take on anybody today. Everything is sharp and clear and not even a bit overwhelming. It's different.
It's exciting.
We have a nice canned breakfast arrayed out for you. I'm not sure if anyone wants to address the elephant in the room of black hair on Maddox's head
I think it looks beautiful.
that wasn't there last night.
It certainly suits you. Did you do that? Or did that...
You mean, did I go out and dye my hair in the middle of the night last night?
In a clandestine city where we're not supposed to leave? I know it's a stupid question. Forgive me.
I mean, I'm all about disguises, but no, I woke up and I felt the same thing that you're feeling now.
It's really pretty.
Thank you.
We all got stuff. It's okay. You should check my abs. They are like rocks.
Yeah?
Yes.
I mean, I'll take those. Over the black hair, but
Still can't read a secondary, but yes, the abs are amazing.
Not rocking abs. I've always wanted rocking abs.
There you go.
You enjoy a not so good breakfast.
Aww.
It's all canned. Canned bread leaves something to be desired.
It's not bad. I like
Canned
the peaches.
bread.
The peaches are good.
What?
Yes, millions of peaches rather than the canned bread. Good grief.
Peaches and canned bread together are not bad if you warm them up a little bit.
After breakfast and cleaning up, Zenda joins you. Are you ready? Excellent.
Where are we going?
I have these devices for your use. Crash, this is a control collar. Usually they remotely use these, the pilot's owner, but in your case the collar is a dummy. It doesn't function.
Does it shock people? Because if it does, you should just put it on me anyway.
It'll appear to function as normal, but in fact it's a little more than a fashion accessory.
That would work.
I know.
Why this bracelet will conceal your pilot nature from technological means. Trained pilots, however, will still be able to spot you. There's nothing I can do about that. It shouldn't be an issue, however, being as few pilots here have that kind of training, and most of them are property themselves. Nonetheless, be aware of that. Rosie, Maddox, while in the body armor, not only will your identity be concealed, but so will your pilot natures as well. Keep it on, it's important. Built into it are also magnification and recording devices for surveillance purposes. Use them to your best advantage. We can run everything you record through a translation program when you return, so feel free to record anything.
I was gonna say, do we have to turn on the recording, or is it
I
running at
suggest
all
turn
times?
them on the entire time you're
Do
out.
I get to
but
wear cool space body armor too?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Jackson. Not yet.
It would conceal those rockin' abs.
Okay.
He does have a point. The knowledge is power. The armor is also reasonably effective against small arms and should you have an altercation, and it shouldn't restrict your movement.
Excellent.
Sorry for the patched holes in the neck. The suits are secondhand. Don't ask. I've also got these small transmitters. Put them in your ear. They're reasonably durable, but not invulnerable. I can communicate with you through them and listen as well. Just
yeah,
remember
no, we all work with Bombshell. It's fine.
that others are watching. Just remember that others are watching you before directly talking to me. Remember, you all work for or are owned by Mr. Gali, who doesn't see anybody. Now go win a tournament, Mr. Jackson. You're gonna have to score some points rapidly if we're gonna be able to challenge for one of the 16 spots.
And what are my rules again?
Win.
Okay.
But don't show that you got superpowers right away. Like, beat them, but not like destroy them.
Oh, don't worry, Rosie. It's all fake anyway. I'm just a wrestler now.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
So do they tell me? Do they tell me how bad I'm? Like how much I'm supposed to win? And what if they tell me I have to lose?
You need to win every fight until I tell you otherwise, Mr. Jackson.
Okay.
That's what the story is.
Yes.
Oh, because I'm a winner.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I really like your hair.
Thank you.
It's very black.
Yeah. It's
Black as death.
really, really black.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, like,
I've never come back from a metaverse with black hair before.
Have
None
you
of-
or anyone else come back with a physical manifestation from being in the metaverse?
no, not like a.
Once when I got the Titan Force back again, my eyes glowed for a little while, but that was just bleed. Maybe your hair will just change back.
Okay, yeah, good
Huh.
to know. Yeah. Did you change it anyway?
I mean, I don't know. What are you talking about? New subject.
So when do we go fight? Ooh.
Terminator 500 bonus 50 crash. Don't listen to Zenda, he's bad at planning and secretly dyed your hair while you were in the Metapod. Hashtag hack attack.
Thank you.
That's delightful.
Is there anything you would like to do before you set out? Any last minute conversations you may wish to have, or preparations you would like to take?
Do I have to wear those little shorts? Because I don't want to wear those little shorts.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll discuss costuming later.
I get a costume?
I was gonna ask, are there uniforms or regulations?
It's complicated. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Wait, what's your name?
My name's Crash Jackson.
But like your wrestling name.
Sunshine.
Frankly, Crash Jackson is kind of an amazing wrestling name.
But do we want to use his real name?
Right.
That might not be safe.
Sunshine is good. Because you're going to bring the light.
What?
You're going to bring him to the light. Like you're going to.
Like my character.
Right.
Oh, he's super tough.
Yeah.
But it's also disguised because Sunshine is also pleasant. So you bring them in with the pleasantries and blast them with
Right.
the, cancerous
I'm
rays.
gonna bring you to the light, fool.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should be the rest.
No, he's much stronger.
Yes. So we're guarding Wyatt, and Crash is.
We're guarding them both, I think.
I'm
Both of
gonna
them?
I'm gonna do the figure 4.
What's that?
Oh no, that's kind of a bad guy move.
But it's classic. I think you can redeem it.
What about a Canadian destroyer?
Everybody gets a Canadian destroyer.
That sounds like an
That's the
American
best-
twist on an Indian dish.
It's the best move in all of wrestling.
A Canadian destroyer is a version of pot roast in Canada.
Well, I know what I'm making you for dinner tomorrow. Some
Time for a Canadian destroyer.
And welcome to Masters of the Metaverse, everyone.
Yay!
Now then, you make your way through the crowded streets of Coliseum. The armored figures of Rosie and Maddox are more than enough to clear a path.
And my recording's on.
Few seem willing to challenge their gaze. The small venue Zenda directed to you is in the shadow of the great arena overhead. The grandness of it is a marvel, high above you, connected and supported by 16 towers, a huge stadium-like construction, bigger than any place you've ever seen. It must have room for 1 million people. And above it all, the tallest of the towers, reaching high into the burnt orange skies. Soon enough.
This place is kind of pretty.
This little venue is far less grand. It looks like some of the small-time rodeo grounds you used to stop into, Rosie. Not much, really. I mean, stands, a dirty floor, some walls around the outside, and what looks like canvas tarps for a roof. There's only a few hundred people scattered among the stands. A pair of green-skinned humanoids are slugging it out in the ring below, while the crowd half-heartedly cheers now and again. This fight appears to be some sort of a warm-up exhibition for the tournament that's about to start. You can see a line of various species and collars against a wall off to one side. Near them, speaking together, is what must be the various owners or representatives. A human-looking man with a robotic prosthetic arm and leg makes his way up and down the lined-up pilots and collars, collecting blood samples and filling out a small form on a clipboard with each one.
I would like to jump to the front of the line.
Excellent.
Pardon me. I don't mean to interrupt. However, I am
Several
here.
people step as though they're like gonna raise their hackles about this or be upset about it, and then notice the 2 armored people next to you, and everyone just shuts up and steps aside.
You guys look so cool.
We have pressing business. I am here on behalf of Mr. Gali to present his fighter for the tournament. We need to be done with this as quickly as possible so that his interests are taken care of. Does anyone have any objections to that?
I'm a slave.
Yes, well said.
Name?
Oh, I am the Eternal Sunshine.
Eternal
But my real name's Crash Jackson.
Sunshine. Hand, please.
What are you doing with that?
Getting a blood sample.
Okay.
It's broken.
I'm sorry.
That's interesting.
Unimportant,
Uh,
not needed.
mm,
Mr.
uh,
Gali vouches for him 100%.
I'll just write. Okay. Metaverse of origin.
2.
2. Number of active avatars.
1?
Okay.
Because that would be right.
Have a seat
Yes.
over there. And you, sir. What is your name, sir? As the representative, I need to have your name here on this document.
Wyatt Maxwell.
Wyatt Maxwell.
Wyatt Maxwell. And what is your opening bid, Mr. Maxwell? You hear Zenda's voice in your head. You're bidding 6 Auroch stones.
6 Auric stones.
That's a big bid.
Well, it is within limits, correct?
It most assuredly is up. And also, of course, a final note at the bottom as we keep track of these. Is your pilot currently for sale?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm owned by a golly.
Who is not needing to liquidate any assets.
Because he's very rich and powerful and secretive, which makes him perfect.
Okay.
Crash.
All right. Pilots, this way. Follow me.
Do I go with them? Yes. Okay. Hey guys, wait up!
The collared pilots are led off of the arena, and after a short period of time, it starts to fill up with more and more people, like they're going to be starting an event.
Mm-hmm.
You're kept in essentially an empty room with benches. It's a dirt floor. There's nothing of note. Or
I thought there would be a
consequence.
snack table.
It's really barren.
Are we separated from Crash at this point?
Yes, you are
Okay.
with.
And we can hear Zenda, but can we communicate to each other as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But keep in mind that you will be speaking out loud when you speak, so
Yes.
anyone around you will know.
Do you guys have owners too? I say to the fighters.
I'm not sure if any of them understand a word you said. Let's find out. Not a single one of them understood a word you just said.
Okay.
Most of them don't look like they're in all that great a shape, Crash. Like they look downtrodden.
Do they all have collars on?
Yep, every single one is wearing a collar like yours, but you're pretty sure that their collars are real, not like yours.
My eyes are blue.
Yes.
Sorry, just trying something out. Bear with me.
I don't hear you.
The person who checked us in have just a really like big list of people, multiple lists on the table? Was it on one
He
clip?
just had a clipboard in his hand. Just going through, recycling sheets through.
Okay.
You did notice one other weird thing. He had kind of a thing hooked up to his ear and to his
Mhm.
neck.
Okay.
Like one little connected device.
Like an earpiece connected device?
Yeah. And in fact, give me a notice-based check.
I would love to. I am all. It doesn't matter. It's 8.
Nope, you're 8s right now because you are only a pilot.
That's right. I'm already.
There is no avatar to worry about.
That's a 12. You said
Oh,
a what?
are we all
A what?
pilot?
A what?
Notice-based check,
I
please.
beat it by 6.
Oh, he got. When he moved on and spoke to someone else in the
Mm-hmm.
line, speaking an entirely different language, but like same tone of voice.
Oh, so
Really
it's like a
weird.
translator.
Really weird.
And we're sitting in the arena, right?
Yes, in an owner's particular area, the
Okay.
people just watching who pay for tickets have less enjoyable seats and less access to things. But as an owner, you're in the equivalent of the nice box, which in this downtrodden arena still isn't very nice, but it's a step above the dirt seats.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lean, and I'm guessing that Wyatt is sitting in between his 2 bodyguards. So
It is,
I'm gonna
yeah.
lean to Wyatt, so it looks like I'm talking to him, but I'm gonna be asking Crash. I'm gonna say, are you okay? Are you comfortable where you are?
They put me in a jail.
Do you notice any security?
Yeah, there's some. Not much. They'll be fine. I'm fine.
Okay, but you're fine at least.
I'm fine.
It isn't long before, even though you can't understand the language, you can tell from the announcements that they're gearing up to start the event. And they start the first fight, and a couple of individuals come out, and it's not nearly as grand as you would expect. It's, very terrestrial. It's 2 humanoid creatures that just beat the crap out of each other for a good solid 3 or 4 minutes until one of them snaps the other one's neck.
Yeah. Is there a in the stands? Do we have the Roman Coliseum type? All of the seats, and then there's the one box.
There is only one box where all the owners are together.
I can't see any of the fights going on, correct?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
And it's all the
Just wanted to
owners.
make
There
sure.
isn't a separate box for AB.
This
Special. There's no like.
comparatively, you're on the Podunk rodeo circuit.
Right.
There-
So there's just a box for owners.
Yeah.
County fairground.
The chances of him having any awareness of this facility is slim.
Is it high up so we have really?
Not particularly. It's like a Podunk Town rodeos venue. If you've ever been in a really small outdoor venue,
Yeah.
So why aren't we in the owner's box?
you are in the owner's
We are,
box.
okay.
But it's
It's,
not way
it's
up
just
high.
this
The
facility.
owner's
I see.
box of this facility is nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to.
To translate, you are in the minor leagues playing Little League right now.
Right,
so
no,
you're
that-
getting the Little League treatment and have the Little League luxury.
That's fine. I just for my brain usually.
Yeah,
there's
that
a
nice
special
stuff
box.
exists when you
With the
have a
bag.
name for yourself. But
So-
Crash has never fought anyone before.
Right.
He's just a geek off the street. No one cares about him.
Right. So to act, I'm gonna play it off as if our owner has bad eyesight, and I'm gonna once again talk to Crash and say, the first fight just happened. It ended in a neck snap, and I'm just relaying information so you can know what you're maybe going up against.
Got
to
it.
just-
I won't use the neck snap.
I'm
Yes,
just
that,
trying to
that
feed
gimmick
you
has
any-
already been used.
That's good.
It is the full third fight in before somebody comes and grabs you and leads you out, Crash.
Hi.
And it's the first time you actually recognize something that is said when they're doing the announcement. You hear eternal sunshine in the statement of stuff that is said. But
Okay.
that part stands out because you heard him say it before. Your opponent across from you is a gray-skinned humanoid, very lithe, with no discernible mouth, three-fingered hands,
Ooh, you're like a Ninja Turtle.
and they ring a chime that you heard a couple of times in there that you think might be their equivalent of a bell for
It's a
starting
bad
a
bell
fight.
sound. I'm looking around waiting for my theme music to hit. The fuck?
Crash is just staring, completely oblivious to the fact that this grayskin thing lopes across the arena like a galloping
Hey, guys!
horse's speed.
They missed your theme music.
Leaps
Go!
in the air, and he turns his head just in time to see the fully extended fist come out and hit him right solidly in the jaw. And then you see the hand kind of buckle, and the expression on his mouthless face changes as his wrist turns, and he hits the ground in front of Crash, holding his arm and letting out this incredibly high, keening noise from no mouth. You're not sure where it's coming from, but it's just really, really high.
And it's a
pitched.
register.
I'm so sorry, dude. Oh! And I fall on the ground and I'm holding my jaw because it hurts so bad, and I'm tapping on the ground. Oh! Ow!
So Crash is faking being in pain while this grayskin thing rolls on the ground, holding its arm, wailing incredibly loudly.
Okay, I'm coming in for a leg drop. And I get myself up, and I go and do like a leg drop on him. It's not really gonna hurt him at all,
Go ahead and give me a fighting check, Crash.
because I'm, not landing actually on him. I'm just landing on my butt.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's a very powerful move.
It is.
I rolled an 8, so I beat it by 10.
It is a perfect textbook TV wrestling leg drop.
He is not selling correctly, and I don't
No,
know.
he doesn't sell the move at all. He barely reacts to you landing on him whatsoever. It's like this guy has never wrestled.
Okay, I get him back on his feet, and I give him the old chop to the chest.
Give me another
I'm
fighting
gonna,
check.
I'm gonna slap him just to let him know, like, hey, come on, man. Sell. Always be selling. That's a 9, so I beat it by 9.
You hit him, and something has happened. Is when you hit him, he launches across the entirety of this arena.
Now that is
straight
better!
into the wall, breaking through it and landing in some of the crowd and audience
All
members.
right.
His chest is caved in. It is no longer rising and falling. The entire crowd gives out a collective gasp.
That was too hard.
Silence tells me secretly everything singing MySpace songs on a spiderweb. Star life is around you and in you. Answer for Timothy Leary. Deary, let the sunshine in the sunshine in story time.
Was that the fastest the robot has
I
ever
was, that's what I was
spoken?
thinking.
That was,
No,
that was quick.
no punctuation.
Oh.
There we go.
Whenever you
That's
add
the
commas,
secret.
It stops for like a good 10 minutes.
But thank you. Yes,
Thank
and we started a
you.
story time. That's rad.
always be clotheslining. I
Always
love
be
it.
close.
I have a story time. It's right here.
Ooh.
Yes, Mr. Glee has instructed his fighters to be as dismissive and disrespectful as possible in these events, you see the results.
It seems your first fight is over. There's a slight delay between the next round of matches as they hastily reconstruct a section of wall that was busted down.
That was too fast. I need to hit them way less harder.
What's our area feel like after that with all the owners?
All the other owners.
There is a lot of eyeballs going over to Wyatt.
I just slapped him.
Lots of whispers and talk, and a few come over and obviously make attempts to speak to him in a couple of different languages. And when it doesn't work, they don't seem to take it personally or get upset.
Yeah.
But they reached out.
We don't have translators on the suits?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
Is there anyone who looks big wiggy?
You're pretty sure this is still kind of small time.
Okay,
Podunky.
I'm just checking in.
Pretty Podunky. You have a lot of experience in traveling and using venues.
That's why I'm saying,
this looks like an absolute bottom rung venue with a bunch of bottom rung competitors in
That's
it.
fine. Just sometimes you get that one guy and you're like, ooh, you look out of place.
There's a lot.
Because I feel like we look out.
There's a lot of desperation in them.
Okay.
It's bad.
Do I get a prize?
You are led off back into that
You
room,
can pick
and
a toy from
within
the couches.
about 40 minutes of more matches happening, there's half as many competitors in that room with you.
I'd like to do a knowledge check on tournament records.
Absolutely.
What is the fastest anybody has ever been beaten, specifically? Hit it dead on.
You actually are able to find it out. I'm not sure exactly how, and I don't want to try and go into details of explaining how you managed to figure this out. But a guy who they have been calling the Brony just set the record at 0.1 second.
So, Crash.
Yeah?
Turns out Brony has set a record 0.1 second for the fastest match ever.
Think you can beat that?
I think you can.
That's 0.1 second. That's a tenth of a second.
Well, yes.
And?
I think you can beat it. All I'm saying is, people would notice.
Okay.
And besides, you don't want to let Brony post a better score than you, right?
Well, right now I do. I just need to win right now. Don't want to let him. I think I hit that guy too hard, and he died.
Too hard? Yes.
In fact, he was one of 2 competitors that were killed in that first round. The rest just suffered broken bones.
Too hard? Yes. Too fast? No.
I guess. I just thought, I'd put on a better show than that. I feel kind of bad that I let the audience down.
Well, you're still building your reputation. You've got to have a couple of squashes in before you finally build to the big product.
Right, but if you keep doing squashes, you end up being Goldberg.
Absolutely, and we don't want that.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that. Goldberg doesn't want that.
Yeah, no.
That said, I'd say you can get at least 3 in before it becomes repetitive. Rule of 3s.
Okay.
Well, maybe you don't beat the record. Maybe you just get real close. Maybe you beat someone in a second, and the next time you beat him in half a second. You just speed it up every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll go beat the next one a little bit faster.
Well,
Right, because then you're noticeable, but you still aren't like, oh my god.
The second round of fights begins, and it goes for a while before they call the Eternal Sunshine again. He is the last bout of the second ones. And his opponent, who is led out, who's actually physically led out at the end of pokey sticks sort of thing, prods, and they really push him out there. He looks very human, but also very primitive, almost a Neanderthal. He's got the sloped forehead, of really heavy hair, and kind of goes along the ground on his knuckles as he's coming out, hunched over.
All right.
Oh, you're like Blanca.
Oh my God. And they do that chime thing again.
That means we're starting.
Would you like to roll initiative this time, Crash, or do you want to just go ahead and get
No, this
attacked
time
first?
I know what's happening now.
Okay.
And if I just because chat is having a small freak, don't be noticeable in walking the street. Correct? We want Crash to be noticed in the fights.
That wasn't what he said at all.
Oh, okay,
That
never mind.
wasn't. They know the plan.
They know. Okay, you're smarter than us. That's fine.
They paid attention.
I don't pay attention.
We have a 13 on this side.
We have a 24 over on this side.
All right, Mr. Jackson. You go before he does. He really does look kind of like the movie Caveman sort of thing that you used to see growing up.
Nice.
Cool. I don't want to murder this guy. So I'm going to just run up to him and give him the old shoulder tackle.
All right, Crash.
I'm just going to, I'm gonna attempt to bump him out of the ring. That's the pounce, as they call it.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a fighting check.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
11.
Crash sprints across the arena, and it is really fast. Not like magic mystical fast, but like a Olympic athlete runner fast.
Yeah.
And shoulder checks this guy. And when he hits him, it is not like any kind of shoulder check you've ever seen. He launches him from the arena over the top of the stands, past people. It just disappears like a baseball player hitting a home run. Just gone.
And then
and
I
the
look at-
entirety of the whole
And then I
crowd
look at
just
the-
goes dead quiet.
And then I look out at the crowd and I do this.
And they scream.
Crash. Right. Okay. So maybe that was a little harder.
Hey, Rosie.
Yeah.
Gold!
That is very apt. Hey, Crash. So maybe maybe we shouldn't hit the people out
He
of
looks
the.
pretty tough. I think he's gonna be okay.
Right, Crash. Here, I got some advice for you. Okay, so you know you watch the wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, pretend you're Natalia and just do the next match like that. You'll be fine.
That's actually a very good plan. So, I don't want to alarm anyone.
Then why are you talking like that?
Because I'm concerned. I don't think that your hair is the only physical manifestation that we're experiencing.
Right.
Because Crash should not be able to do that. No offense.
I wasn't even that strong when I was Butch.
No.
No. I don't know what all has changed. Apologies for pushing this theory. Please do hold back moving forward.
Okay.
But something is very, very different here.
Yep.
I don't know why I knew that the fastest match was 0.1 second. I don't know why your hair's black. I don't know why you were able to do that.
You should be landing soon.
God. So, something to be aware of moving forward.
Okay. What? Sorry.
Right. No. Crash. You know that really bad. What's it called? With the clothes, the swinging clothes. What's it called? She turns around and she hits
Discus?
The discus. Yeah. Just do that one, but like her, so it's real bad.
That move sucks.
I know. Just do the move that sucks on the next opponent.
Orange Cassidy.
Nope.
Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy.
Full Orange Cassidy.
Do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know him.
Vicious super kick
Let me
party.
see those hands in those pockets.
Orange
Put those,
Cassidy
Put
style.
those hands in those pockets. Right now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm not gonna kill this one on accident or on purpose.
His next fight comes up a little quicker because now we're in the semifinals and they're vastly
And a
less
third of the
competitive.
people are still around.
This opponent is a red-scaled reptilian-like humanoid, almost frog-like head with bow legs. A little over 7.5 feet tall.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Just let's go.
And those chimes again.
Okay. We rolling initiative?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, 11 plus 10, so 21.
That wins.
All right, I run away from him.
He's doing Orange Cassidy.
He's a big, red, scary, 7.5 foot tall dinosaur man. Fuck that. I am not letting him touch me. I am scared to death of that guy. He's all teeth.
Will you roll a body check as he tries to chase you down?
Yeah, you bet your ass I will.
It's Dinosaurus.
I beat him by 14.
You are keeping ahead of him. They start running laps in a circle around this fighting arena. Crash easily outdistancing him and like doing the shoulder check goes. Even to the point where they do the stop and he tries to rush across and cut him off.
Guy Stone now reporting in the area of the tournament ring. Developing news. After the last fight, it's raining men no longer just a song. Hashtag story time.
Oh, a story time has been purchased.
And I was wrong because that was full of punctuation. And
Do you happen to have that story time music back there, Leo?
I do.
All right, you let me know when you're ready to cue it up, and we'll do story
while they're
time.
queuing that up, but now that we've spent at least, I would say, an hour in this little owner's area. Closer to two. Which one of these gentlemen or ladies or creatures... Sorry. One of these things looks like the most rich one.
Oh. You could guess, but none of them, really?
But I mean, like, I know, but like, who do I want to steal money from, James?
You also are enough to notice that everything engages in barter here.
Just want to steal.
Everyone engages in barter here. There's no money to steal.
God damn it. Fine.
Because it wouldn't work, because you'd have to go to another metaverse with it, and then you couldn't spend it because it's no good.
Okay, I'm
The entire economy here functions on barter and trade.
Well, do we have any knowledge on what other people barter when they submit fighters?
Everything from
Everything?
technological items, he bids 6 stones that he doesn't even have.
Well, we don't have those stones.
He doesn't even have those stones.
So-
If you lose this tournament, you might be in trouble.
So where was the knowledge base on these stones? Because you said that was a big bid. So obviously they're precious.
If you
and they
spent
have
a
value.
long time in here and went into a lot of metaverses, you might be able to figure out what a lot of different things as rarity are. Unfortunately, it's, jumping into a place where you have no idea what's valuable and what's not. You have to guess.
Okay, fine.
But
No
I would
biting.
assume that things that are beneficial and functional, that do things, are probably worth more than things that do nothing in a barter system.
Do we know what those stones were and what they do?
Never heard of them before yet, but you might want to ask him about that, because clearly Zenda knew what those stones were.
Yes.
Hey,
They were astral stones?
is he allowed to bite me?
Yes, he is allowed to bite you.
Is he
Mr.
trying
Jackson.
to bite me?
I believe he's going to jump on you, Mr. Jackson. Yes, yes, he is trying to jump on you, Mr. Jackson. He leaps like a frog and misses you. Tries to land on you.
Oh, good, but since he's right next to me, he's getting a suplex.
All right, go ahead and give me a fighting check for the suplex.
I'm going to wrestle him.
Can it be a German suplex, please?
Yes, of course. Yeah, gently.
Pretend you're Chad Gable. Actually, don't. Oh,
100%.
God,
No, I'll be very gentle.
Okay.
He will not die. I beat it by 7.
You beat it by 7, and you are intentionally being gentle?
Yes. I'm set.
It is quite the gentle, intense suplex.
It's the most use of his new abs as he gently
And
lowers
it
him
looks,
behind him.
it looks really, really good. Oh no, Crash has a lot of experience watching wrestling, and he really knows how to pull off these
good.
moves to an extent. And with his extreme new muscle control, he's able to pull
Okay.
off moves that you normally wouldn't be able to do without a lot of training and practice. So doing the suplex like that, it really looks like he's gonna just drive this thing straight through the ground, but you can all tell from the impact that he just pulled it at the last minute and sort of laid him on the ground instead. Mostly you can tell because this frog thing doesn't sell the move at all.
Well, I'm going to hold him down.
And just starts struggling.
You gotta flip over and go to the other one.
No, you have to hold him down and let him try and kick out of it a
Oh,
bunch.
okay. All right.
He
He'll
is
go for the-
struggling
he'll
with
go for the
all
Tres
this
Amigos
might,
later.
and it is taking nothing on your part to hold him in place.
Cool, then I'm going to step into that figure 4 leg lock,
Yes.
but I'm not going to apply any torque.
Okay. Give me a fighting check.
just imagine this super confused dinosaur thing, like not in pain, just like I don't understand.
I beat him by 12, so I got him.
It is a perfect but pressureless figure 4 leg hawk. And again, he's just not selling it.
Okay, well, I'll give him just a little tiny squeeze just so he knows it's real.
You feel the ankle pop as you squeeze, and this time he lets out a strange noise. It's very odd sounding, like a frog croaking, but high-pitched.
Oh, now I don't have to kill him.
You're just gonna break all his bones?
No, that's gross, but I can pull them all out of socket.
Oh.
Will you go ahead and make me a fighting check?
I'm gonna split my attacks because I got 2 attacks.
Correct,
now,
you do
so
have 2 attacks now.
I'm gonna start. I'm splitting my attacks into.
You're gonna break all of his bones. Or
No,
pull them
no,
all
I'm
out of his
going
socket.
to pull his shoulders and his legs out of their sockets, just a little bit.
Okay.
Wait, are you?
I
there's
beat
not
it
a-
by 10.
It's not a little bit out of socket.
Yeah.
It's either is or it isn't.
Yeah.
Would you rather he was dead?
You pluck at the limbs
No.
and feel each one pop out of the side. That there's little breaks in that strange croaking noise, but then it increases in volume and intensity every time. And by the time the 4th one has happened, you think the referee person is calling the fight by the way they're running out there. You're not quite sure. They really don't.
I
speak
raised my
language
fist
there,
at
so.
him just to make sure he's a referee.
He seems to be calling the fight.
I haven't done that elbow drop yet.
They pull you
No,
off.
you gotta save that.
I gotta do the elbow drop.
Gotta save that.
Clean everything up, and it seems like they're gearing up for the final match, which it seems that these small tournaments always try and do like some kind of twist on their final matches. Like they bring out this wheel-looking thing and spin it, and it's pointing at different things.
Lovely.
The Wheel of
The
Doom!
wheel of calamity.
The Wheel of Calamity, that's what we
Like
called
you're
it,
gonna
that's
do
right.
next time.
And as it lands
Taboo
on one, the
Tuesday.
crowd lets out a cheer, and as they're bringing the 2 different fighters
Floor
out,
is lava.
they
Floor is
start
lava.
blindfolding them.
Sweet.
Blindfolding who?
The 2 fighters who are about to have the final match. It
Okay.
is going to be a blindfold match.
So, final match of the day? Or
Yes,
of the
this
tournament?
is the tournament, this small scale tournament. If Crash wins this tournament, he will have achieved 20 points towards getting into the grand tournament.
James, next question about the people we're surrounded by.
Yes,
Are any of them having the cool translator?
absolutely.
Great. I want to steal one.
There's quite a few of those. You go ahead and give me a mischief check, please.
I will.
Mischief managed.
That's a 9, so I beat my mischief by 5. And if that's not good enough, I'll use my points.
You bump into one of them, and he does the half turn like he's gonna say something, sees the armor, and then just turns back around and walks away.
I also make sure to wave to the dinosaur guy as he's getting taken off the field.
Your final opponent
Could've
appears
been
to be
worse.
very human-ish, except tall, imposing. He's built like an actual wrestler. This is the first guy you've seen today that looks like a wrestler. I mean, he's got the big shoulders and everything. Giant green mohawk.
Sweet.
And I'm not putting the item on. I'm just hiding it.
All right.
Because I just want us to take it back, because maybe we can recreate it, and then we can all have one for the next arena we go to, so that we know what the hell's being said.
And apparently this guy has somewhat of a name. The crowd is chanting Wade over and over again as he comes out.
Wade.
Wade.
Hi, Wade.
And as they bring him out and put the blindfold on, his one of his owner persons, his handlers, puts a pair of bricks in his hands that he smashes against his head.
Oh.
It's a good gimmick.
All right, Crash.
Did his mohawk
This is-
mess up?
Not at all. Doesn't get little particles of brick scattered into it.
Right, now Crash, basically, so this is
Do I have to
Seamus.
hit myself with bricks?
No.
No.
Please don't.
Will you go ahead and play that story time music? Story time!
Yay!
Hey kids, it's story time!
Hi, James! Hi!
Today we're gonna hear a story from a very, very, very long time ago.
Yay!
From a metaverse that's no longer with us.
Oh.
That's sad. Once, long, long ago, it was still here though. And there were a lot of people in this metaverse. And while many might consider their technological level rather primitive, they were nonetheless a great and wise people, all united under one benevolent ruler. Their God King would guide, protect, and lead their people as was their sacred sworn duty, like their father before them and their father before them. God King Cassius had a boy child during his 400-year reign. He named his son Antonius. The people rejoiced at his arrival, as they had always done for the birth of the next God King. For many, many thousands of years, the God Kings had ruled and guided them to prosperity, peace, and enlightenment for all. Antonius, much like his father, was born with great gifts of a strong body, a quick mind, and virtually every other benefit a child could have, both genetically and through the wisdom of his father. Antonius was born to be a king, as his father was, and as such, much care was taken to teach him of all the things, including the secrets of the beyond. Antonius learned the secret of his ancestors. His father and every other god king before him gained their wisdom, their long life, and their keen minds from a sacred rite. When the moon and stars aligned and the great comet passed through the sky, on the 11th day of its appearance, the rite would be conducted, and the soon-to-be emperor would enter the sacred pillar and return changed, imbued with great wisdom, purity of heart, strength, and leadership. Always had this been the way, but Antonius was not patient. It would be many years before the great comet would come. Far too long to wait. So in secret, Antonius conspired to enter the sacred pillar. And on his 16th name day, he succeeded. Antonius returned changed, but not like those who had gone before. Instead of wisdom, he gained cunning and treachery. Instead of leadership, he gained ambition and a thirst for power. Instead of purity of heart, his was twisted and made wicked. But strength, Antonius was far mightier than any who had come before him. Far mightier indeed. He had also learned much that his ancestors did not know of the worlds beyond his. Antonius would not be content to simply rule his own metaverse. Not with so many out there. All shall kneel before the God King.
That was a happy story.
Yes,
Happy.
not troubling in the slightest.
No, everything's fine.
So when do we take the blindfolds off and start fighting?
The chime goes off. The blindfold is still on.
Uh-oh. All right. Oh, 22.
22. You are faster, but not by much this time. You have a pretty good idea of where he was from when you got let out and the blindfold being put on, kind of because they put everybody in the same kind of starting spots, as it were. But you can't see him.
Right. I certainly can't see him. I will...
Use the force, Crash.
I don't have that. I don't have the force, Rosie.
Have you tried?
Now he can hear me. Great. Great. Good job.
You are first, Crash.
Yeah, I'm not swinging at anything. There's
Okay.
nothing there.
Okay.
What I am is taking 3 steps to my right after I talk to Rosie.
Okay. You hear heavy footsteps and feel something rush past you, and then kind of stop. Wade in his mohawk runs right by in this full shoulder check and would have hit Crash had he not taken a few steps. And the crowd is enjoying this whole blindfolded thing. They're laughing and they're getting a kick out
I
of it.
really felt the wind on that one, guy. Wade.
Oh, you go ahead and give me a notice check, Mike.
I beat it by 5.
Just stepping out of the owner's box and out of sight, kind of headed towards the exit of the arena, you see Lady Gwen. He swings again, and this one just goes right over the top of your head.
Oh, so he's right here.
Yes.
Okay, I hug him.
Give me a fighting check, Crash.
Fighting check.
I rolled a 3.
You grab hold of him and you catch both arms in this hug. It's really difficult. You can't quite get all the way around him. He's a really big guy, but it doesn't seem like he can get out. And he's really trying.
And I giggle. Hey, buddy.
What? She's disappearing.
Guys, Lady Glenn, right here. Does somebody want to follow her?
On it.
Sorry, who is this?
Lady Gwendolyn, who if we see in the city, we're supposed to just record as much as we can.
Do you know what she looks like?
He pointed her out.
Oh, okay. Because Maddox knows what she looks like.
At this point, yeah, you'd be guessing because she's already stepped out of sight.
Okay, then you go.
One of you two
I
will
wonder
have to
what
be
she
the one
looks
that
like.
does it.
Because she's a Wendy.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
You could. It's
I've
up to
never met
you.
Wendy?
Either one of you could easily follow.
I got it.
Is
You
one of you
figure-
better at following people without being noticed would be my suggestion.
Oh.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay. You go.
I'm gonna.
I will follow.
I'm gonna pass Maddox the translator, so that once Maddox walks out of this specific area, maybe you can sneakily put that on, so that you can be alerted if someone is talking about you following her.
I was gonna say, are you gonna go follow though?
Yeah, it seems like why it's gonna be.
Oh,
Rob's
then I'll
fault.
hand it to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm handing it to the person that you can sneakily, at least when you leave here, get it on, and then at least be aware of what the people are saying around you.
And yeah, as they point out, the two body armored figures are probably not so good for tailing.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah,
super
yeah.
stealthy. Okay.
Will you go ahead and give me a covert ops check there while you're trying to follow? It is really comical down in the arena. Like, Pasha is basically just hugging this guy who's struggling really with all this might, and Crash is just giggling and seemingly putting no effort forth to hold this guy in place. Just none.
I have a second attack also.
Oh, I know.
Okay. Just letting you know.
We haven't even gotten back to come. I'm kind of going back and forth here. Sorry to plague you.
Beat it by 7. You
Crash.
doing great. Hold this out as long as you can.
Oh, okay.
You begin tailing her
The onions
outside
makes
of the
it.
arena and down a couple of blocks of street. Your second attack, Mr. Jackson.
I want to flip him upside down and start sweeping the floor with his mohawk. Doing the silly janitor routine.
Will you make a perform check, please?
Oh my God.
What is that based on?
Oh,
I don't have that skill.
it's going to be physically based, so I'll allow you to use your body score for it.
I'll take that. I beat it by 10.
It is
Jesus
perfect.
Christ, what is your body?
20. I'm a big boy.
Absurd.
You big boy.
You swing him
boy.
just like a broom, like perfect. Even holding him like he's a broom. And he is struggling, and it is absurd to watch. You have never seen anything like this, and the crowd is just losing it. People are like falling down, laughing, throwing stuff onto the arena. All of the chanting of Wade has disappeared entirely.
Yes.
And then, so I'm gonna go Crash. They're loving you. I'm pretty sure a star is born.
Good, because I'm having a lot of fun.
After tailing her for a couple of blocks, she rounds a corner out of sight. Right when you breach it, she's gone. Like, there's no way she could have gotten to the end of this alley.
Sorcery check just to see if there was magic used.
Yeah.
Beat it by 1.
You begin looking around, and she is standing right behind you, looking at you through dark mirrored glasses. Who are you, and why are you following me?
I'm Wyatt Maxwell, and I represent a fighter that is currently in the arena, and I was wondering why somebody would leave in the midst of that fight. The crowd seemed to be eating it up.
I should kill you. I don't think I'm going to. Be seeing you, pilot. And then she vanishes.
Did you hear that because of the translator, or was she speaking?
She didn't seem to have one of those devices on.
No, but I'm like, did he understand what she was saying because of the translator? So
could have
she
been.
was speaking our language?
Could have been, unless you took the translator off, you wouldn't know.
No, I
You
had
wouldn't
that
know?
in.
Okay.
Mhm. No way to know without having it off.
Yeah.
That's fine. At least you heard what she said.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Yeah.
You are sweeping the arena grounds, which is dirt. So it's just creating this dust cloud with this
Right.
mohawk, which you're not sure what kind of
Visually.
a hair product this guy uses or what they go through, but man, that mohawk is like staying solid.
Elmer's glue.
You
But
can make it a Zen garden. Just start doing lines.
I can't see though. Now I want to start doing. I want to start tossing him in the air and catching him like a baby.
I'll take another one of those perform checks. I'm just gonna try and do
I
something.
rolled a
No.
6 that time. I think I'm doing okay.
You get a couple of spins even while you're doing it and twists. And every time, like he comes down a few times, like throwing these haymaker punches. You might as well just be punching the air.
Mm-hmm.
Every time it lands, there is not even a flinch from Crash.
Oh.
So I'm head back at this point.
Yes.
Trying to rejoin.
You get in there really quickly.
Hashtag metapoint for the pilots. Or maybe for Zender to use for the incredible migraine he suddenly has developed during this part of the plan.
The migraine!
He has a knee
He has a migraine!
Thank
That's
you.
brilliant. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure this wrestler has a migraine. Being held upside down.
It's funny because Zenda has so many people in his head.
So would it be a wee grain?
Yes.
I love when Maggie cracks
Got it.
herself up to the point of Miss Piggy laughter.
It's true. It's worse when. Oh, never mind.
It's my favorite.
Migraine
Did
and
I
the
broke
migraine.
myself? The bot broke me. A migraine.
Migraine and the migraine.
If we ever go back to Sentinel City, we're insulting him by calling him
What's up, migraine?
"What's up, migraine?"
So the next time I catch him,
Well, you
I'm gonna
hit
try
yourself,
and catch his
migraine.
catch can, his wrists, so I can give him an airplane ride.
Give me another one of those perform-based checks, please, Mr. Jackson. This is getting absurd down there.
I rolled 6 again.
It is perfect. Can I get notice checks from everyone but Crash?
Yes.
Because I can't see what's happening at all.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I beat it by 10.
All of you noticed at the same time by chance that you've gone through Coliseum a few times now. They have lots of like big billboards and projection screens, and some of them just randomly show stuff. It looks like one of the big projection screens cut from some, I don't know, infomercial or whatever it was, and it's showing Crash doing the airplane thing to this guy with a little like scrolling caption underneath
Oh
of it.
god. You're famous. You're famous. You're
I
famous.
think you might be overdoing it a bit there, buddy.
You told,
Impressive, though.
you told me to keep it up.
Yes. Keep it going.
Oh, okay. I set him down.
He immediately turns and just starts throwing more of those haymakers into you. And by the time he's getting to the third one, he's stopping and doing the handshake bit.
Why'd you stop? You're doing really good, I think.
Snap your head with it. Roll with it.
I am.
Quicker. Don't let him hit you. He's breaking himself on your face.
Well, I can't see where he's coming from.
I'm gonna try and cue him whenever one is coming.
Excellent. I want on your part, I think I'll take persuasion.
And I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna do an active notice for my first action every round.
Nice.
Perfect.
Beat it by 6.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm just going to try and call out.
It
Where
stops
it
from
is
being
relative.
the comical production it was, and Crash starts really selling it.
Yeah, you do.
Production level selling it.
Yeah.
And turning its head, doing the steps,
Yeah.
shakes back a few times. It's so good that for a second you think that with the blindfold on, that Wade is even buying it. And so he just starts laying into him even more, just going to town. And you can tell Crash, he's starting to tire out.
Is he?
Yeah, he's running out of gas.
I would like to pretend I dropped something and tie two people's shoes together.
Give me a mischief check.
Do I notice that she's doing this?
Give me a notice check.
I beat it by 9. So.
Yeah, I beat it.
By
2.
2. You're not sure what she's doing, but she keeps like walking off and disappearing and doing little random bits and things. And you did notice that she definitely stole something.
And we're wearing like helmets or masks or
Yes.
something, right? So when I talk to her through these transmitter, no one can see my mouth moving.
Not at all.
I hear, what? What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, it's just, look, we know Crash is gonna win. It's kind of, just.
I might not.
What?
I'm doing pretty good.
No,
right
I
now.
don't. What are you doing?
I just thought it'd be funny.
What would be funny? What are you doing?
I know, but like when they start to move, shoes are together.
You're tying shoelaces together? Shh. People are getting slingshot into other universes and you're tying shoelaces together.
Yeah.
Hey, Wyatt, this guy's getting really tired.
Okay, I would say go for the Hulk up. See if you can get him to tap out.
That usually involves breaking something.
But don't break him. So,
Can I do the stutter?
gingerly? Yes. You
No.
may do a stunner.
No, I've thought about it. If I'm just falling and I bring his chin down on my shoulder, that's not me hitting him with my own force. That's just him hitting himself with his own, so it shouldn't destroy his whole body.
I think that's a good call. Anything that is letting the impact be caused by him and his body, rather than you inflicting anything, we can't show any more of.
And I've been thinking about it. I
Good
think I can pull
grief.
my chops better when I'm giving him his chops.
Yes, we'll practice that.
I need a training area.
We'll talk to Zenda about it.
So as he's running out of gas, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna wait till he rushes me again.
Okay.
And yeah, and when if he goes in for that, that low, I'm just gonna get him in like a guillotine hold, and then like get his arms up behind him and drop him on his little noggin. Should knock him out cold.
All right, give me a fighting check, please.
I'm giving him the old DDT.
Give me a fighting check.
And once I've got him in the headlock, I do one of these, of course, and then drop him. Because and then I give him a slap on the back so he knows it's coming.
As he's queuing up for that, if there's any drinks around, I do want to do the Steve Austin.
Yes, you do.
Spill
And
as
then-
much as possible.
And then just to make Rosie happy, I noticed one of the people, I'd like to notice one of the people whose laces she's tied. Yeah, I beat it by
Come over here.
1.
Come over here.
The person whose laces she just tied, I just want to walk up to them and intimidate them so they get up to walk and trip. Just so she can get that.
In a quick span of moments, not only is this guy DDT'd, Wyatt is spraying drinks in the air like a celebration. And two individuals stand up in kind of a little worried state and then trip halfway down the stairs. Just this whole kerfluffle of strangeness.
Guys, we are so good at this.
Is he moving?
He's not moving, but he's breathing.
Good deal. Can I take out? I mean, obviously I can't see. Can I take out my blind? Do I win? I think that beat him.
The blindfolds don't 100% block vision. They're kind of like, cloths.
Great, I take it off.
Yep, he is very, very out cold below you.
Sorry, Wade. I think I bent your mohawk.
Yeah, you ruined his mohawk.
Let's go collect our money.
Money?
I'm a winner.
Stones.
We bet 6 or 6
Uh-huh.
stones.
To get 20 points towards getting into the grand tournament.
And I also I to the crowd, you know, and wave to them.
Crash is now a registered fighter with 20 points to his name.
Do we know how many points we need?
It seems that there are brackets of tournaments, and you must have a certain number of points to enter into any given bracket.
So what's the next bracket
Hey,
for
Wyatt,
point
can you
wise?
do a thing that you did earlier and see how many points Brony has? You were able to come up with information earlier.
Yeah.
Can you
Let me
see
try
how many
and
Brony
check on
has?
that.
He's got.
Well, now that you've got a translator, you can even talk to some individuals here and find some things out.
Is it common public knowledge?
The Brony is a famous name at the moment. He just took one of the top 16 spots.
Obviously, so that's going to be some of the most point value. But what is that?
It's the first time in more than 8 years that a new person has taken one of those top 16 spots.
Okay.
So what's the point
How many
level?
points does he have?
Brony has more than 8,000 points.
Okay.
All right, so we're
But I have
So we got a ways to
That's
go.
okay. We're just seeing where we're at.
But the bigger fights are worth more points.
Every time you go up in brackets, they become substantially worth more, but they require a minimum amount of points to enter.
So what's our next bracket? 40 points? 50
Oh,
points?
he's already in the next bracket as a champion.
Yay!
But that's not today.
Can I? Those guys were really easy to beat, and like not a little
Well, that won't be the case the whole time.
bit.
It would be
Okay.
best to get off the streets.
Yeah. Let's zip back as direct. Well, not as direct as.
You have
as
a pre-plan,
surreptitiously
yes,
as possible.
to avoid surveillance,
Yeah.
particularly of the electronic kind.
Yep.
So one of us is in front, one is in back. Do you want to take front or two?
I'll take back.
Okay.
I
Lead
really
them
am
through
gonna
back
need
to
some
where we're
like
going.
pads or something.
Do we
We'll
get?
definitely
You
need
make
to
it back
figure
to
out a
your
way.
hidden hideout and can
Yeah.
discuss things such as pads and Senda would like a full report of what the hell is going on.
Well, unless I'm gonna go with the whole Saitama theme, I think I'm gonna need some pads or something because these guys are made of meat, and when I punch them, their parts fall off.
Fair enough.
Crash,
Yeah.
can I punch you?
I would suggest that.
Why?
I want to see if my hand breaks like their hands did.
You're much stronger than most of those guys were, but okay.
But like, you know, let's see.
Okay.
I want to punch him.
I don't.
Give me
Okay.
a fighting
Wait,
check,
wait, but
Rosie.
are you okay with this, Crash? I won't punch you. Don't want me to.
No, it's okay.
You think I might hurt you though?
No, I'm closing my eyes now.
Giving him a butt punch.
Don't punch my butt.
Well, where are you gonna punch him?
Nobody's punching any
Anywhere
butts.
but the butt.
Anywhere.
I was just gonna do like.
Hey, get the abs. See how strong they are.
No, those are brand new.
They are
shoulder.
rocking, though.
I don't think you can break them.
You don't want to.
I'm just gonna like hit like an arm, like a nice muscly
Yeah,
base.
you're gonna
Yeah.
2 for flinching.
Yeah. That's fighting. Oh God.
Not do well.
Those are
Oh,
ones.
those
So
are
that's a
ones.
critical success. That's double ones. It is the perfect punch. Like textbook perfect. Like the Princess Bride kiss of punches.
Great. How much damage would that do? Since it'll do double damage.
40.
Double damage.
Because double ones, you got
Oh.
it's automatically a critical success. So
Yes.
double damage.
That is a 40 damage punch.
But what happens?
Did her
Nothing.
hand break?
In your particular case, no, your hand does not break.
And while getting 40 points of damage, you're still
Nothing happens to Crash at all. from
At
the
all.
Punch.
No, I mean I can tell you hit me, but
Right. Okay. So see that I couldn't do that before.
no, you could have hurt yourself. But you're strong.
Right.
You did
Okay.
really good.
Is he lying?
He's being nice.
He's being.
He's not lying.
Right. Who wants to punch me? Fair's fair.
I love the. I hate the canned bread. I can't even.
You're talking funny.
So,
Yeah.
when I ran into Wendy,
Uh-huh.
not Wendy, but
Lady Gwendolyn. I've always
she asked
wanted
my
to meet
name,
Wendy.
and I just told her Wyatt Maxwell.
But
That
that's why
wasn't
you're.
smart.
That is your
No,
name,
but
Wyatt
that's what
Maxwell.
we're not hiding him here. He's supposed to be Wyatt Maxwell.
Yes, but I didn't want to tell her that I wasn't ready to interact with her yet. but I couldn't stop myself from saying that.
You got Jim Carrey syndrome.
Some variation of it, yes.
You got the
All right.
liar, liar? How
I
often
want
do
you
you
to
touch
take this.
yourself?
Oh dear.
I want you to take this pen, and I want you to tell me
What color?
What color is
What
the pen?
color? What color is that pen?
The pen is...
Do it.
The pen is... The pen is a color I am familiar with.
Say it.
The pen
It's
is not red. The pen is blue. The pen doesn't write. The pen does write.
Ooh.
The pen doesn't write.
But some might say the pen is red.
Given how my eyes operate, I would say that this is blue. But maybe the dinosaur would see it as red.
Oh.
This is...
I pulled out his arms and legs.
Yes, you did. That
Why?
was
Oh,
right, he did
absolutely
dislocate.
disgusting.
Why? Why? What is my biggest weakness?
Your heart.
Mac.
You didn't have to bring up Mac. I mean, jeez.
Yeah, he did.
I asked him what your.
I know. I know.
Okay.
He did.
Okay.
So you can't.
You're impossibly strong.
Not impossibly.
Impossibly for who you were strong. Your hair has changed. You can't stop stealing.
Which is the best superpower of all.
It's
Yeah, well,
true.
yeah, because it's a great ability having a different hair color. That's just swell.
But you can do
Sorry,
other stuff.
I'm
too,
just
huh?
trying to figure out what all has changed.
Oh, I'm not allowed to do lightning, but I can do lots of lightning.
You're not allowed.
I'm not allowed to do lightning.
Who said that?
Too flashy.
In the tournament.
You can do lightning.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hit me with it. Go.
Please don't.
No, I won't do it because I'm not gonna do it outside of the safe place.
But this is the safe place. Right? We're in the safe place.
No.
Down here is not a safe place to do. There's entirely too much electronic equipment to be playing around with electricity.
Speaking of electronics, we nabbed a translator.
I should be able to replicate that design.
Thank you.
I want to try to teleport to right behind Zenda.
You can teleport?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, and give me a god magic skill check there.
I beat it by 7.
You teleport to right behind them.
So you can, and I got black hair.
And you got black hair.
I would assume there's more to it than that.
I would like to steal Zenda's pants.
Knowledge check on how she just was able to teleport.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna spend it.
That was Loki's magic.
Okay, so she just used Loki's magic. We are clearly manifesting
And you're kind of
literal
Moby and Goff.
deities.
So
Cool.
I do
you probably have
How
other stuff you can do.
High is your margin of success?
to steal Zenda's pants.
Yes.
It was right on.
Not gonna cut it.
Damn it.
He's a way better thief than you are.
Worth a shot.
Did you get his like
Pirate.
belt or something?
No, it was worth a shot for the gamers reference.
God, it would definitely be a reverse on that one.
Rosie, for the love of pretty much everything, please tell your Loki self to calm the heck down. We don't want you to die, and we really don't want you to wet Willy AB and kill us all. Hashtag clarity.
Thank you for the clarity. If I got Loki in me, I ain't dying. But thank you, Phoebe. Thank you very much.
Well, this is all lovely and interesting, but I believe that you have a metaverse that you need to get back to.
Yeah.
Hey, but
The sooner we get this solved, the sooner we can get this solved.
This is
I
awesome.
don't. But don't you think that whatever?
This is incredibly dangerous, is what this is.
Yes.
Yeah, and it came from the metapods that you created.
No, it came from the metaverse, from the avatars that you went into.
Has this ever happened before to other pilots?
The whole god bonding thing is rather unfamiliar to me. I'm out of my depth. I'm
Let's
sorry.
go back and see what else we can get.
Shazam. Nope, nothing. Okay.
Worth a shot, though.
Totally.
Respect.
But you know what? You can make it fake look like Shazam in the ring, because you call like lightning, because they Shazam, then lightning can come down, and then you could like.
Oh, I can literally ride the lightning, I'm pretty sure.
Your fights were all over the screens.
That's good though, right?
Yes and no. I was really hoping to avoid that much attention and scrutiny, but
Well, then we should have maybe trained the fact that I didn't know I was going to be able to just.
I
knock
didn't
a
know
guy
you were
out
going
of
to
the
be
arena.
either.
I thought we were just going to do some professional wrestling. I caved in a guy's chest by giving him chest chops. That's not even supposed to hurt a person.
Well, thankfully, as we progress into higher brackets of tournament, your opponents should become more sturdy.
Oh, good.
Right, let's go back and see what else we can bring back with us.
That is not why the urgency is there. The urgency is there because we need the secret solved, and because the sooner we get the secret solved, we can disconnect you from these avatars and prevent what terrible things might happen to you.
Sorry, I've been disconnected from my avatars once before, and you sure as hell ain't doing that again.
Would you like to continue to exist, or would you like Glowkey to have this instead?
Unsure at the moment.
And we don't even know that's what'll happen.
I don't.
Exactly. We don't know.
But these are some extreme examples. This is not a controlled environment.
He's just
This is not an experiment.
Crash. He's just jealous.
Look, you're getting what you want, Zenda. It's a little late to be growing a conscience, you know?
Oh, burn.
Well, it's not too late to care about continuing to exist as
We
an
are
entity.
in no danger of dying right this second.
Dying? Perhaps not. Being subsumed? Maybe so.
Why are you assuming we can't die?
Oh, we can die.
He's got that Zeus confidence going.
It's not bad. It's kind of nice. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that death is also very probable.
Yeah, so we have Zeus confidence, shoelace tying chaos agent, death embodied, and knowing everything is inevitable. It's not necessarily a fair or even distribution, but I think we're on the same page. None of this is good.
Okay, first you
I'm all
say
except for me.
okay.
I think
First,
it's very-
first you said you like my black hair, and then you just call me death embodied. Now I'm getting mixed feelings about what you think about me.
You know what?
Love the hair,
I'm just saying.
can't lie.
Okay, so you think I look like death? You
No.
just said you think I look like death.
No, your hair looks like the Morgan, and she is death. That's different.
Hey,
Lots of
hey.
people have black hair.
What if you touch him and just try to do the life trick, just see if it works.
Maybe don't. Maybe don't, because I bet it does in some way, shape, or
This is my
form.
PIC. I can't kill him yet. All I'm
didn't
just
kill
saying,
him.
and I don't need you attracted to me. But
Okay,
I'm just saying that black hair looks really great on some people. And yes, I'm feeling a little self-conscious right now because I'm waking up and things are changing, and you guys have abilities, and I just have black hair. Okay?
Try to turn into crows. Isn't that what you did in the thing? You turned it like a thing of crows?
I mean, yeah.
Can we continue these experiments later?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we got to go back to the base now? To the pods?
Back into the pods.
I'm going right now. I'm going to call the lightning. And
Can the lightning take
I'm
off
not
your
going to
clothes
do that,
for
though.
you?
Can it what?
Can the lightning take off your clothes for you?
Why would I want lightning to undress me?
I thought it'd be cool.
Show off those rockin' abs.
Right?
No.
You're just like Shazam, and then you're naked.
Hey guys, why not play 20 questions to find out what's true about Arena as long as Wyatt's got that strange knowledge thing going on?
Ooh.
Hashtag Wyatt buff.
Ha! When
Good
there
call.
you go.
Thank
Smarter
you.
than we are. Yeah.
And a short time later, you are back in the pods and ready to go into the metaverse. This jump in still feels like movement, but not nearly as much as last time. It feels a lot more controlled this time. But still, you can feel that motion, quick turning, gut-wrenching sensation. And then you're back. It seems events have transpired in your absence. However, things have quite literally...
Really?
Things have quite literally gone to hell. Or, at least you have. The four of you are in the underworld. Well, one of them. And completely lost. Setting off into hell, you have found it to be in shambles. Odin, Kali, and Set have decreed that all hells are now under one throne. And the contest for the horned crown has been intense. Hades, brother to Zeus and his betrayer, was promised the crown by Odin. Odin also promised the crown to Hel. This has not gone over well. And Anubis, well, he's nowhere to be found. With no one on the throne, the denizens of the underworld have used it as a chance to expand territory, exact vengeance, and settle old grudges. The borders between the hells have fallen as well. The results have been catastrophic. Hellscapes are merging. It's also how you've gotten impossibly lost down here. Leaving the shores of the River Styx was probably a mistake.
I should have been following that all the time.
But as it is the site of far too many of the skirmishes, travel there had become tedious. Even gnats can bother a god if they're persistent enough. And so here you are, completely lost. Zeus had been trying to lead you to Tartarus. There are potential allies there, according to him. However, these allies sound suspiciously like some of the people Zeus imprisoned there over the eons. And then there is the matter of the throne itself. Someone has to be on it. What exactly Zeus has planned is anyone's guess. For one cannot both be king of the gods and lord of the underworld.
I know exactly where we are.
System shock. Wyatt, we're going to put you one away from pilots. We're going to put you one away from Avatar, Mr. Jackson. We are going to go dead in the middle for you, Maddox. And we are going to go full Avatar for you, Rosie.
Of course we are.
It is hell. All of them. And hard to tell which are which with all of them moving and the borders falling between them. This idea of Odin and Kali and Set to just merge them all as one, really not well thought out.
Dumb shit idea, as usual, from those three.
Well,
Idiots.
I could have told them that.
You probably did.
Let's be honest, I did.
All right, well, this place sucks out loud. But we need it.
Why are we here again?
Allies. We are looking for allies, and we are going to Tartarus, which is...
To find your allies.
Well, I wouldn't call them allies
Right.
necessarily. I put most of them there.
Right.
So, full disclosure,
Uh-huh.
I have tossed one or two people into Tartarus.
No.
And by people, I mean primordial gods.
No.
These things were even pre-me. Some of them.
And not all of them were from my
God.
pantheon. Like Gilgamesh pissed me off once, he's down there, I'm pretty sure.
So, your plan is to
He's
make
a pain.
people you threw down there your allies.
Well, our allies.
So you won't be doing the talking.
Oh, I probably will.
What if I shut
He
you up?
certainly will.
It won't work.
Want to try?
Okay, but I'll punch you. And I totally would hit a girl with glasses.
That's true.
Mostly because I'm into the whole librarian thing.
Gross.
That girl with what? The whole,
Gross.
what? No, I'm not allowed to have feelings anymore? Morgan, back me up on this. I'm allowed to have feelings, right? God, you are so scary.
Let's just get what we need to done.
All right. Well, we're halfway there
So,
since we're here,
Are we
right?
taking a ferry?
Whoa, you left the River Styx a long time ago. You have become hopelessly lost. With all of the hells moving around, it's not what it was like the last time any of you have been here.
Hopelessly lost.
In fact, you are pretty sure,
They are
Amun-Ra,
wondering-
that you're in the abyss, which makes no sense.
They are wondering where Tragedy is. She can't come into the underworld because she's mortal, and it would kill her. And then she wouldn't be mortal anymore.
She
She'd
wouldn't be able to
dead.
leave.
So we can come down here, come as go as we please, but yeah. Your daughter is not allowed.
That's probably good. There is enough of my children here.
This is true.
Yes, a preponderance of them, in fact.
I had a phase.
You had like 4.
Phase.
Coming from
A
you, I had
phase.
4. You had like thousands of phases.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You tried to seduce someone as a golden shower.
Okay, first of all, I didn't try.
Okay, you did.
You
I at
are
least, you know.
Also, coin to turn.
bottomless.
That's because I knocked the bottom out of it on the rock. Bam. That's how it goes.
All right, let's see if we can carry on without impregnating any other beasts of burden today.
Look, I told you I gave all that stuff up. Right here, we're just here to settle
here's your chip.
small dispute. I would like to maybe speak to my brother with my fist.
Which one?
The one who's supposed to be here.
Oh, here.
Hades. Is that who we need to find first?
Is his wife in town?
Not the right time of year for that.
Oh, so he might be a little...
Oh, also not in the picture anymore.
Oh, it didn't end well.
I may have tossed her somewhere when her brother betrayed me right before I was killed. I'm not really sure where I left her. That's a lie, but I'm still not going to tell you.
We're off to a great start.
Yes, delightful as always.
So, what are we dealing with down here? Everybody's fighting each other, and they need some leadership,
Yeah.
some guidance, I guess.
We need to.
And things are not where they have been on previous journeys. That is a serious thing. Like, the hellscapes merging cannot be a good thing.
Right.
Mostly because so many of these underworlds are so drastically different. I mean,
Right.
your own is a very peaceful and pleasant places, whereas you're familiar with some darker ones, and then there are some of these other strange ones blended into it. It just it doesn't
let's
work
not
well.
even talk about the thousands of Chinese hells that are down
Precisely.
here.
It's just some of these
anyone-
things don't mix well with each other.
Does anyone smell dog shit?
Not particularly.
Just assume you'd be close by, you know, to Hades.
Right, but where are we? Where are we?
I don't know.
I know exactly where we
Oh,
are.
then lead the way.
All right, here we go.
You're pretty sure that you somehow ended up in the abyss, which
Yeah.
again makes no sense because how? No, not shouldn't be here.
This place sucks.
It's like turning a corner in St. Louis and being in Brooklyn.
All right.
And the abyss is one of the worst places to be in. The whole featureless, empty, vast, never-ending plain of nothing.
Well, look, what are they fighting over? The throne, right? We just got to go find that? Does that seem right?
Well, your original plan was to hit Tartarus first to recruit
Yeah, you
allies.
didn't you want to get your allies?
I'd love
But
to get
you
my
should
allies.
have. This is where Tartarus should be. It
But
should
it's
be
not-
right here.
Tartarus is not right here, and so maybe
fact,
we move on to Plan B.
The only thing you can see in this vast nothing is a small radiant pool in the distance,
Ooh,
which shouldn't be here either.
I hate to suggest this, but shall we check out the pool?
Yes.
all right.
As you get closer, you can see a serpent coiled around this pool.
We
Amun-Ra,
recognize the serpent.
Amun-Ra does. It's a
Okay.
pet.
Ah,
It's what?
A pet.
it's a pet.
A what?
A pep!
Is that one of your kids?
No.
No.
Apep sounds like something you would name one of your kids.
Sounds like something one of my kids would name one of their kids, but not in this case.
Not like Jaden.
The serpent is being attended by Fomori.
Ugh.
Deformed demon giants.
Yeah, I know. Lame.
Lazily, it uncoils and regards the four of you as you approach.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, we're not doing that? There we go. Thank you.
I'm using a meta point.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
What are you making yummy noises at us? Don't do that.
Quick question. We came to visit Tartarus, but it seems not to be here. Do you know where it is? Do you have a map?
No. He's lying.
He
Where?
does have a map.
Do
Okay.
you have a map?
Well, he's either lying about knowing where it is.
Right, or lying about. So, do you
I
know where
have no
Tartarus
map.
is?
No. He's lying.
Excellent. Does one of you want to strangle a snake?
I was gonna use him to strangle someone else.
Oh no, your son was good at that. Did you learn? You strangle.
I taught.
Louis Mglnif Cthulhu Riegana Buftigan #metapoint.
What? Whoa.
Whoa.
That was impressive.
Well done.
Thank you,
Thank
Lovecraft.
you, Lovecraft. That's
Or-
the least racist thing you've ever said. Too soon?
Oh, we even got Mark to snort a
Nope,
little bit earlier.
right on
It was
time.
one of them. One of them had a little.
That right there is going in my top 10 metaverse moments of all time. Very good.
All right. So,
I have no idea.
Stop
what
it.
Tart-
stop that right now.
You know. Listen, I know it's hard.
So,
You have nothing to gain by denying us this information.
what's your name, friend?
I am called a pep.
Oh, a pep. Right. Look, a pep. You seem like a reasonable giant snake demon. Just tell us where it is, and I won't sick the Morrigan on you. And that's really all you got to do to get through today. Otherwise,
Good talk.
good talk, and it was nice knowing you. Now, we won't have that information, but it'll be fun watching you get torn to pieces by demon crows.
Well, I don't know where Tartarus is now. It was here.
We know that already. That's why we're here.
Anubis woke him up.
Woke who up?
Tartarus? Are you friggin' kidding me? What is wrong with the Egyptian gods? That is just
Have you
stupid.
noticed the animal heads? And it doesn't do well for them.
But this one's okay.
Yeah, I know. He was
No animal head.
no animal head.
It's like one of your dog-faced offspring is down here freeing friggin' Tartarus.
Well, I do particularly enjoy you talking about a dog-faced offspring.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Mr. Animal Husbandry is my back part.
That's really more my brother than me most of the time, let's be honest.
You know what? There are a whole lot.
We are Greek.
Not the point.
It's part of our culture.
No. Yes. Okay. So, Tartarus is awake now,
Yes. Anubis awoke him.
and you don't know where
Do
he's
you
gone.
know where he went?
Oh, we wandered off somewhere.
Oh, of course we know where he's gone. You go where the most food is. If you are a giant primordial devouring entity, you go where the most food is. And if Anubis is stringing him along in any way, what do you think he's after? I'll give you 3 guesses, and all of them better be the throne of hell.
Do you know where the throne of hell is?
I think that's where Hades and Hell are having their little conversation.
Great.
Right.
knowledge check
Which
if I know
direction?
ordinally from
We don't
here
know. I
where
can
it
find
is.
him, no problem. I was just avoiding it until now. Shall we, zip zap over there?
Yes, let's do.
Before we do, can I look in the pool?
Absolutely, you can look.
Oh, get it.
You know what you see in the pool. I'm not saying it out loud.
I want to look in the pool too. That looks rad.
What in the pool?
What
A
what is
reflection of you, Zeus. That's what you see in the pool.
it? Hey.
What do I see in the pool?
That's
A,
it's really nice.
a girl that looks like a rodeo person.
Okay.
That's what you see.
Okay.
What do I see?
And she's broken.
Of course she's broken. Her heart broken, many pieces.
A good man.
Did I just see me? Man, that sucks.
Just seeing yourself. You look pretty good.
No, I mean I look really
You
good.
look.
Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
you look great. You look fantastic.
I look amazing with a capital Z.
You look really, really good.
Hey, Berserk, I don't think you can hack attack to find out what the Morgan sees, because I feel like it's part of the story that we don't know.
You can do it, and I'll tell you when it happens.
See, that's good faith by James.
Oh, that's great. Anubis has freed Tartarus, which some of you are familiar and some of you less so, but Tartarus is one of the primordials. Older than gods.
Yeah,
Less a creature or being and more a force. A thing.
like gravity, but worse.
And somewhat
After you said,
indirectly, Grandpa. Somewhat indirectly.
Yo, Grandpa.
Her end of the spectrum of things, yes.
Yeah, I say we should.
All
really
right,
branch
well,
out.
shouldn't be hard to hunt down at this point. We just gotta
Follow the trail.
follow the trail.
Which, after speaking to a pep, it becomes very clear looking at the hellscape. You just didn't look before at it as a trail that Tartarus would have made, just as the hell's moving, because it didn't occur to you that Tartarus would have just blazed a hole through all of this
And
stuff.
broke it even further.
Because, he's supposed to be down at the bottom of his pit, sleeping.
Right.
And then who knows what happened to all the individuals in Tartarus. I mean, the Devourer himself.
All right.
And here on the borders of the abyss, there is an old and broken canyon where Tartarus once lay, larger than the Grand Canyon for size reference.
Wow.
I think he went this way.
It's a pretty easy trail to follow. I mean, it is miles wide. And everywhere that it goes that you're following is just empty. It is a nothing. Like it just consumed every bit.
We're just walking for a while, right?
Yes. A
Excellent.
more moving than walking.
Right, but like this is the part in which we're just moving.
Correct.
Excellent. I'd like to use a meta point.
Meta point spent.
I think I know what the answer to this is going to be, James, but it's what Rosie wants to do.
Shoot.
I want to teleport to Sentinel City and back.
You want to try to cross metaversal boundaries. Love it.
Want to try. I'm a god.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
I got an 8.
Absolutely nothing
Great.
happens.
Worth a shot. Wanted to see. I'm a god. Who knows?
Yep. Not a thing.
Okay.
Do any of us know that she attempted that?
There was a slight surge of power in Loki. Who knows what she was doing?
Okay.
She is known to do really strange
Yeah.
things on occasion. But yeah, this path is just a swath of nothing. There are little bits and pieces of the different hellscapes that you cross through where they blended together. And eventually you can hear the sounds of raging combat, of war itself. And as you close to it, it is miles and upon miles of raging forces of demons, banshees, spirits, craven creatures, long dead soldiers, every form of underworld denizen you can possibly imagine, embroiled in a massive combat spanning dozens and dozens of miles before your eyes. It is a meeting point of hells. There is a new throne that sits atop a massive spire of rock, the horned crown sitting upon it. Leading one side of the field, Hades, resplendent in his customary dark armor, surrounded by his fiercest warriors, and beside him, the terror herself, Persephone, she who brings death, your daughter.
Damn it.
At his
He
heels
found her.
is Cerberus, the Hellhound, and among his ranks the merciless Thanatos, the vulture-like Euronymous, and droves of long-dead warriors. Facing him, Hell, virtually unclothed as always, floating high above her forces, practically daring Hades to come take a swing at her. Below her, air-raid forces of the great wolves Skull and Hati, beside their terrible father Fenrir. A pack of wargs among them, giants towering among the ranks. And as this battle is raging, the hellscape is shifting and twisting as these underworlds fold in on each other, creating a maelstrom of chaos, not unlike the violence you see.
Well, that's about what I expected.
So, what if I just teleport to the throne? Just sit on it. Does that mean I get the throne?
Technically, yes, but then you'd be stuck here.
Oh. I could just make a duplicate though, and then one could be here, and then I could go with you.
That's not how that works.
Claiming the throne doesn't mean having the throne. To claim the throne, all other challengers must forsake their claims, or be beaten into submission.
And,
Unfortunately,
It's not simply a matter of picking up the crown, putting it on your head, and saying, I am. It's saying, I am. Are any of you going to do anything about it?
And, I mean...
And they probably would definitely say, yes, we're going to do something about it. I mean, your daughter alone would love the chance to kill you anyway, and that would just be an extra excuse. Not to mention the fact that, but despite the fact that they're warring with each other, they are Odin's allies.
yeah.
I mean, Hades sold you out.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm immediately disguising myself as one of his soldiers.
So what is your plan, ladies and gentlemen?
You
to deal
just
with
heard
this? You're going to disguise yourself as a soldier.
Not
That's
just
a
a
brilliant
soldier,
plan.
but like one of his kids or something.
Which one's kids?
Hades. That way I can make my way over to his side.
I'll back that play. Yeah, disguising myself as well.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't like it? Is it too tricky? Is that what bothers you about this?
You know it does.
The tomfoolery.
I don't think anyone would suspect you to disguise yourself to get close to Hades. Brilliant.
Are you being sarcastic or just a bitch?
Just
Okay.
While they're arguing about what to do, I just into my thousands of crows and start flying up, and all the crows in a perfect formation are just circling the throne. And kind of in unison, the crows start crying, I am the one with the iron fate hands, and I am the one who deserves the crown. Not like just a voice coming from the crows, like circling.
Whoa!
Oh, scary shit.
That's intense shit. Weapons. All of the weapons go down.
So I'm just circling. I get up, vanish, start circling the throne.
Oh!
I haven't touched the crown yet, but I'm saying that the crown belongs to me, and if anyone wants to challenge me, let them step forward.
This is my Avengers moment where I don't say we have a Hulk. I say we have a Morrigan. Yes.
She is kind of our Hulk.
And then she
Well,
gets,
the three of you
and then she gets to
seeking
follow
your
it
best
up with
as
the
soldiers
Cutie
working your way through the ranks see that exact scenario happening. Those crows flying around that throne. That voice. Yeah. It seems like perhaps someone else had their own plan down here in hell.
Mm-hmm. Quite possibly. All right.
Well, it's a good fit for her.
As the battle is raged,
She
you
hasn't
make your
taken it
way
yet.
closer and closer to Hades. He's directing forces. Hell is still floating up in the air. She's trying to call him out, but you know your brother too well is not the kind of guy to step forward and have a straight fight with somebody. It's just not his way. But as you get closer, you can hear like Persephone is starting to really lose her shit because she wants him to just grow a pair, get up there, beat the crap out of her, take the stupid throne. What's wrong with you, Hades? Just tearing
Why
into him.
can't you do anything right? You're a terrible husband.
Oh god, we got to the Maria Canella section of the show.
If you were a real man, you'd just slap Helena's stupid face.
I would like to change my shape to look like one of her crows, and I want to join the circle. So I'm in the area, but that maybe my kids don't see me.
Good luck with that.
When I get up there, I'm like, Father, give the word and we will attack.
At this moment, I'm going to need initiative from everyone because it's going to start getting a little crazy here.
What? I think this is going swimmingly.
So well.
Well. 9, eh?
Oh! Rosie finally has a good initiative.
Yeah, she
Yay.
does. Isn't it like a +8 or some
6.
so-
It's from Loki. Thanks,
All right,
Loves.
guys. What do we got?
28.
Good grief. 16.
This is what it feels like to be Crash.
30.
Well played.
19.
Only because I used Crash's initiative.
23, 24, 15, 16. So, Zeus, you're going to be starting us off there. Getting that close, you are pretty sure that Hades can see through your deception.
Oh yeah, but by now I'm already too close.
Yes.
As a matter of fact,
But you have won initiative, so
Yes.
you can see that look in his eyes.
I smile at him and like let him see the lightning in my eyes.
So what are we going to do, Zeus?
Win? What are you even doing down here? This is sad.
What are you doing down here?
Oh, I'm looking.
Why am I talking to you? Kill my brother, please! Somebody!
Father, why?
Are you going to make any aggressive actions or do anything before I move to Loki?
I'm gonna go ahead and just send Persephone home real quick.
Okay. That is a good plan. She is the most dangerous person in Hades' army.
Yeah. Persephone, go home.
I'm going to need a power use for that, but chances are pretty significant. Being as she's your daughter, she's vulnerable to this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Persephone is now at home and won't be leaving. She is also grounded.
Yeah.
Loki.
What kind of weapon is Hell wielding?
She's got a couple of knives.
Okay.
Can she also like just pull swords out of thin air and throw them at you like in the movie? Because that was awesome.
It was awesome.
No.
Does she still pronounce goddess that way?
Goddess!
Goddess of death.
Goddess! Whatever, she's perfect and immaculate and no one can ever beat her on screen, it's fine.
Yep.
We're all just picturing Kate Blanchett and you just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You just have to be there in that world.
I'm not going to.
Well, you have
Thank
to.
you.
Never tell James what to do.
I tell him to do what to do all the time.
Right.
And
But
one
he'll-
day, it's
but
going
he
to
will
work.
always be contrary.
No. But there's going to be one day where it works.
I'm going to show you how to do this one of these days. He does everything I want him to do. Just tell him that's not what I want, and I get it.
I want to fly down as the crow and just fly by her and say, hello, darling, and then fly back. That's what I want to do. Join the
Lovely.
circle of crows again.
All right, you have joined the circle of crows again. I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, okay. Our next one is going to
Anyway,
be...
does she have reaction? Are we gonna,
We have a 24, which is her next. She is the next one on there. And she immediately gives chase into the swarm of crows after you. Totally unconcerned about Hades, the crown, the throne. Just wants to kill you.
Please join my friend and I in the sky. Please. Need a favor. If you could just kill this one. I didn't like her mother anyway. Father? Mother? I don't remember which one.
The first thing I'm going to do is force you back into your normal shape.
Okay. Well, you can try.
I'm going to beat that by 9, so I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
have to roll anything?
Nope.
I beat that by 9. You're going to return to your normal shape. And then I'm going to stab you in your normal shape. That's not going to beat your dodge, though.
No,
So-
I teleport away.
On your turn.
But that was Hell, which will go to Hades next, who went from growing a concerned look about, someone kill my brother, to Persephone, his most powerful and greatest ally, and the most dangerous woman in Hell next to the Morrigan currently. Not there. He's a little concerned. But he's also terrified for his life, and so he's gonna make a shot at trying to kill you there, brother. Or at the very least, wounding you enough to hopefully drive you off. He really doesn't want to deal with the repercussions of what happened before.
Yeah.
Especially with the whole hair bit.
Oh.
If it's any consolation, we're clearly popular.
I have a success by 14 for a stab attack.
That'll absolutely beat me.
These are 120 damage hit.
Oof. Duh.
God damn.
And then a success by 5, which won't meet your dodge, I don't think.
What did he stab me with?
It's kind of a spear that he's using. It's a godlike weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a
He
god-
did 120 damage.
120 damage.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Do you have armor?
Oh,
I
he's
mean-
got a lot.
Okay.
Not versus god weapons. Only a little bit.
Some.
Yeah.
It is a significant injury. In fact, it is a very specific spear that you just got stabbed with.
Oh.
One of those ones from one of those other silly, strange faiths with the guys with the crosses. It's a spear of Longinus.
Oh.
Yeah. That hurt.
Oh. Great. Well. Free
Not
spear.
sure where he got his hands on that either.
Free spear. That's what I said.
Shouldn't be in Hades' hands.
That's fine. I have a second attack. And I have a hold of Hades because that spear's in me, right?
That spear's in you.
Yep.
After our 23, our next one is going to go down to a 19 with the Morrigan.
You have a spear inside you.
Indeed.
Are you gonna use it?
I don't know yet. I was planning on it, but it's in me.
All these fighters are fighting with.
You're above a massive raging battlefield. There's thousands upon thousands of things. In one distant little corner, Zeus and Hades and Amun-Ra and some people are fighting it out. And high above them all, you're in a swarm of crows where Hell is trying to kill her mother/father, Loki.
With her daggers.
Yes.
Okay.
Doing her best to kill her.
Okay. Wonderful.
And as gods, these beings are actually capable of, inflicting enough harm to kill.
Absolutely. But as far as I'm concerned, I am the person who can know and alter fate, and I'm pretty sure that any weapon has the fate or the purpose to murder and inflict damage, right?
Yeah.
So, as my circle of crows, I would actually like to alter the fate of every single weapon on the weapon field to destroy the weapon's fate, essentially breaking it and making it useless.
Damn.
All the people will be there. I'm just fucking with the weapons.
Damn.
Good
Breaking
move.
of weapons. Can you go ahead and give me a power use? This
That right
is
there
going
is
to be a
gaming.
major effort.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
This is big stuff
I'm
here.
just demonstrating power first. I'm going to use a
This
moment of
is
clarity.
a full-on use of massive divine power.
Just before the show, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, here's this badass super play I just want to throw out there.
Yeah. Is it 15 on what? What'd you say?
Power use.
You have your Patreon too.
Yep, absolutely.
Power usage.
Which I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna beat it by 6.
Beat it by 6. That is enough that all of the non-artifact, non-godlike weapons across the battlefield are in fact destroyed. But items such as the Spear of Longinus and the knives wielded by Hell are still in play. But there are now a host of very unarmed individuals all over this battlefield. Tens of thousands of spears, swords, bows, and axes, all just burst into flames, crumbled into dust, shattered. Every single one of those. There's probably less than 24 actual weapons on the battlefield left at all.
There's only 2 weapons?
There's probably left 24 weapons
24.
or
I was
so
gonna say
left
2.
on the battlefield at all.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a major, major effort, and as a result of it, you are forced to reform into a solid state to do so.
Absolutely.
You're gonna have to land on something for a minute and take a second.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll land on that throne.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will, girl.
I just break
I'm
the
resting.
weapons and then I'm resting on the throne.
Excellent.
But like in a pose.
Yeah, more like
Yeah, like
I just kick my feet up. I just zap a little ottoman in front of me.
I've got a 16 on Amun-Ra next.
Lovely. I would like to use my Wyatt buff and jump over
Ooh.
to full
Yeah.
avatar.
Very nice.
And I would like to pass judgment on Hades as a coward and betrayer of trust.
Whoa.
You give me a power use roll there. Pass judgment on gods.
Beat it by 8.
All right, that is successful. You're going to inflict a significant quantity more damage upon this judged soul.
I feel like that didn't go well for Hades.
Nah, bad scene. If I can follow up with an attack on it
Yep.
as well.
For the time being, the pattern on your Kopesh is Hades,
Lovely.
because he's the one you just judged with it,
Yep.
and are now going to possibly execute.
Beat it by 1.
Not enough to beat Hades' dodge.
Yep.
He is still
I
quite a
literally
talented fighter.
pull him out of the way. At the last second.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, I've got quite a few others to go here next that we're going to get to. Cerberus, in all of his might, attempts to take you to the ground, Amun-Ra.
Do you have any bacon? Peanut butter.
Unfortunately, all I have is canned bread.
I have 1 success by 6 and 1 success by 4 for the bites of Cerberus.
The 6 succeeds.
All right, they are 120 godlike weapons, the teeth of Cerberus. 120 damage.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
I don't like these numbers.
It's not so bad for him. He'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, okay. I guess I'm just used to regular Metaverse where it's like you have 80
You are. These are
points.
gods fighting each other.
I know, but
Yes.
it's, my brain is still like, oh god.
Thanatos, who has long held a grudge against you, Zeus, is going to try and use your weakened state of having to hold on to Hades in place. Thinks he can make an attempt to bring you down. I'm going to have a success by 6 and 1 by 8.
They'll both hit.
Oh god.
Those are going to be 80 damage on each hit.
Okay. Godlike weapon, I assume?
Those are godlike weapons.
Oh god.
All right.
Oh, how you're so calm.
He's very calm.
I'm okay.
Okay.
And Euronymous is going to also team up with Cerberus to try and kill you as well. The Eater of the Dead.
So I'm saving my second attack until the end of the round.
Good man.
I could have done it at the beginning.
You're very smart.
And we have a success by 6 on that one.
That'll hit.
That is also an 80 damage hit. On the other side, the Org Skull and Fenrir Fenrir is going to try and pull you from the sky, Loki. That wolf can jump. Quite literally to the moon, in fact. But that's another story.
But that's a story for another time.
Uh-oh. I've got a success by 14. That is going to be more than enough. Fenrir's jaws clamp upon you. The damage is only 60. It is not substantial. However, Fenrir's jaws do not release. You are held in the jaws of Fenrir.
You know, the worst part is this isn't even the first time this has happened to you.
I know.
No, it is not.
Oh, look, a sandwich. I left it there.
And we have one more before we have the end of the round and the saved attack from Zeus. Appearing at your side and looking somewhat surprised, Rogan, not trying to see or believing that you would be there, is Anubis. Seeming to teleport in right next to that throne. And while he has brief surprise for a moment, he does nonetheless speak his claim. I, Anubis, claim this crown. Let any who dare challenge me speak now. Know this, worms. I have released Tartarus from the depths. I have brought forth Surtur and the giants of fire. And I am your rightful king. Look upon the foul light bringer Amun-Ra and his allies. Glory, honor, and position to whoever brings me their heads.
King of the assholes.
Right?
And you're into the round. Saved action, Zeus.
Spear. He's got the other end of that.
Yep.
Thanatos. I'm just going to grab him by his puny little head. Just by his face. And then I'm just going to call down a lightning bolt on myself. The biggest one I can think of.
Brilliant.
Then give me a power usage and give me an athletics or fighting base to grab hold of Thanatos.
I'll do the fight first. That should not be a problem. I beat it by 8.
That is more than enough to beat his dodge.
And my power use was not great, so I'm going to need to use my, whatchamacallit.
Your
My
Patreon buff?
which will allow me to beat it by... Where's my power use? Oh, it's,
Well, you can't do a reroll, can you? Oh, no.
I don't have any,
Right.
so no. But I still beat it by 5 if I do that,
okay.
so it's not that big a deal.
Beat it by 5. It is
Technically, it was right on,
Okay.
but it would have been a critical failure because it was double 8s. So
Ah.
I'm using the 5 to get rid of that. So I beat it by 5.
Beat it by 5. Thanatos has no chance to get out of the way. Hades reacts quickly and releases the spear and leaps, but not before being caught with some of the lightning blast. It does also have the advantage of clearing about a 30 square foot area around where you were fighting of all of his like honor guards and soldiers who were there are now just hurled
And
through
I'm going-
the air
yeah, and
and
I'm-
scrapped.
Does it also cauterize the wound?
Not particularly, no. Not in
No, that's
Zeus's
okay. I
case.
still got. I'm gonna be okay.
Okay.
You could always heal me if you really feel bad about it.
And he can heal himself too.
There
if
is
he feels
also
really
that.
bad
Right,
about
okay.
it.
All right.
These things are not beyond gods. And then we're going to go back to the top with Zeus at a 30. So you're going to immediately follow your action with
Another action.
Thanatos is not down or out yet. That lightning bolt was substantial, but he is nonetheless.
Oh, it wasn't the big one.
Still
you
a
know,
god.
just
So start us off, please, Zeus.
Absolutely. I am going to stare down my brother and just say, live. And then I'm throwing a lightning bolt at Anubis.
Give me about the power usage for the lightning
But
bolt.
I need to do a power usage for the first thing.
Yes.
For the first, when I tell him to live.
Yes.
Because I do want him to live a good, long, normal, mortal life. Punk ass bitch. Betray me. Like, I forgave you a long time ago, brother. But
What's your
my
power-
wife,
Yep. What's your power usage?
I beat it by 9.
That is successful. Hades is now mortal, and therefore Hades is now trapped in hell.
And
It's a bad beat,
and,
buddy.
and I am using the major effort on Anubis for the lightning bolt.
Using a major effort. Okay.
Not just a regular lightning bolt, but
Yeah. You're gonna blow the crap out of him.
I'm going to divinely smite him because he won't see it coming.
Not in particular, no.
All right, that will power usage, so I still beat it by 5.
The blast would be enough than any normal rock spire or throne would have been melted to absolute slag, but the throne of hell remains perfectly undamaged by it. And for that brief moment, the Morrigan is lit up perfectly, and Anubis lit up perfectly by this massive lightning bolt. And as it recedes, you don't see Anubis. The Morrigan's still sitting there, but you just don't see. Whether he was vaporized, you're not sure, but you don't see him.
See in a baker's dozen.
Just plain gone.
300 divine damage all at once. But damn!
That'll help.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot.
I ain't
That
messing
is a lot.
around.
Loki, you are at a 28 and next. Fenrir's jaws are clamped around you.
Again. I'm gonna teleport onto his nose. I'm gonna shove both of my knives in his eyeballs.
Give me a power usage and a fighting check, please.
I will. That beats power usage by 6. And then you wanted fighting?
Yep.
Would you say combat-based skill or athletic?
Yep. Combat-based skill.
Beats it by 1.
That is not enough to hit because Fenrir has
Oh,
one
wait, I have a
hell of a
buff.
dodge. You do.
What if it beats it by 6?
That would equal the dodge
Boom!
and hit.
Get him!
Get him! Like from above.
And what kind of damage do you deal?
30 damage.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything in particular about your knives that we should know before we record
They're
this?
an artifact.
They are an artifact.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. And I think I can something return to me.
If you so needed to.
Right, but
throw
I think
them.
I'm just gonna leave them there for now because like he's a dog and you can't like sum them out. It's like you can smack them, but then you're just gonna keep injuring your eyeballs by like trying to rub the. So they're just gonna stay there for now.
Fair
Love
enough.
you, bye.
Hades, the mortal, would be, or no, sorry, Hell would be going next before Hades. Sorry, she is going to follow down Fenrir, her half brother, I guess. I mean, man, Nords are so weird, so weird. And she is going to continue her assault on you. Really has a grudge against you. I mean, probably earned it if you're being perfectly honest.
But did I?
But I mean, it's not like she's got a clear conscience either, so. I have a success by 5, which won't beat your dodge, and a success by 5, which won't beat your dodge. Hades, who is now mortal, is going to attempt to flee the battlefield.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and manages to actually pull it off.
Yeah, buddy.
If helping's use helps the pilots, then I'll do my best. And Crash, remember, hard isn't strength. Hard breaks. True strength bends. Don't lose your heart in the soul of a god. Hashtag Crash Buff.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, so a 3, he will succeed and does so without actually doing gross and irrevocable harm to himself. However, he did just show up at home to a grounded Persephone, mortal, without the throne. I'm not sure if things just got way better or way worse for him. I wouldn't want to put it past him. Our next
Get
up-
turned into a mortal and don't get the seed of hell, you're gonna have a bad time.
Next up, I have the Morgan at a 19. Anubis is not gone. He's just hiding behind the throne, burnt to hell.
Is he breathing?
Oh, yeah.
Is...
But that guy just claimed your throne. That burnt jackal, hyena head, whatever he wants to be, this thing that claims to control fate and destiny and death, this gnat has just claimed your throne.
Where's the crown?
Bad dog.
Still sitting on the throne.
Got it.
Still waiting for the right moment.
Anubis was a bad puppy. You better spank him.
Better spank him.
He has his little guardian Amet around him. Kind of
His
a weird
guardian what?
conglomeration. It's like a crocodile head and then like a lion upper body.
at the stream. Sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
We seem to be back.
Via Portland, Seattle Twitch server seems to be down.
Oh, fun ahoy.
Buffer the Stream Slayer was our favorite comment, just so you guys know.
That was awesome.
Buffer the Stream Slayer is a winner. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
How's that not been a thing?
We are at the Morrigan's initiative. Don't worry, nothing happened that you guys did not see. Nothing happened.
I took my shirt off.
We stopped. Oh, yeah, Christian did take his shirt off.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Don't worry, the recording can go to the YouTube afterwards, so you want to see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can literally see that anytime you want.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true. Yeah.
Seriously rockin' abs. Yes.
Yeah.
Too much Borderlands. Never mind. So yeah, the jackal-headed, annoying little mutt of a pipsqueak is behind your throne. After he just claimed it, got lightning bolted, and now he's hiding behind the throne. Hiding. And he shows up, claims the throne, and ignores you. Acts like you're not even... You don't get angry, but really?
Yeah,
This
no,
bug?
well, right. I'm not angry, and just like the weapons, I'd like to further defend my case of taking the throne, and so I'd like to go behind, gently assist him up, bring his assistant.
Yeah, the
his
mutt,
name?
the little dog, crocodile,
What's his
hyena
name
thing.
again?
The dogadile.
The
A mutt.
Dogadile?
The dog.
A mutt or a
The
mutt, it
crocodile?
depends on what you want to say, but I like a mutt.
No.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. So I'd like to escort them in front of the throne,
In full view of
in
everyone.
full view of everyone. Slowly put my hands behind their neck, transform into the dragon, fly them above the arena, and with my two front arms I have Nubis, and with my two back legs, because I'm flying, I have his assistant, and simultaneously rip them apart and then drop them in the arena and just go back to the throne and just stand.
You go ahead and give me 2 power usage. Yep. Oh, is over there, Morgan?
Good dog.
I can't play role-playing games.
I can't.
Roll down, roll down.
Yeah, I'm using a meta point.
Yeah.
Meta point
I
use!
was gonna say,
God.
people keep challenging me.
They are so dumb.
You know, they just have to learn.
You would think after
Okay.
hundreds of thousands of years.
That was a beating it by 11.
Beat it by, oh, jeez. You, oh man, go to the next one. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Yeah.
And that
could
was
have
beating
stood.
it by 8. Use it 2 power.
That was 2 power usages.
And
That was
that's what I need.
perfect. So the dragon form of Morgan takes off from the throne and is holding Anubis, your quasi-grandson. Man, from familiar relationships in your pantheon are really weird.
Just jacked.
And his lovely little dead-eating consumer corpse devourer, the dread. I mean, you never figured out why everyone's so terrified of the thing. I mean, but whatever. What is really terrifying is the slow ripping as she physically tears these 2 beings apart. And not like you would a mortal. I mean, these things are both god-like beings. I mean, Anubis is a god.
Yeah.
A full-on death,
Yeah.
destiny, knockoff version of you, God, and you pull him completely in half, raining his black blood down upon the armies below.
I'm claiming half credit for that.
Thank you. Zeus with the assist.
And all gods everywhere are immediately aware that the god Anubis has died.
bad time for a party popper.
You'll see him in 13 years.
Right.
That's okay. That just
And
is
your
a
little
moment.
crocodile, too.
He'll have to go through the whole process of getting him back. He doesn't just pop back out again. That's the thing about the little henchmen is some of them you can't even get back. It may be millennia before anyone sees that thing appear again.
I think that'll be fine.
Our next up after the 19 is Amun-Ra at a 16.
Okay.
You've got Cerberus and Euronymous on you trying to kill you. Now
Yep.
Cerberus is pretty dangerous, but the vulture-like eater of the dead, Euronymous, is not so much of a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some soul-draining powers, but again, not that much of a threat to you. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Buffering again? Are we good? A little stutter? We're good? Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. Fast healing.
Yep, make sure that you use that. And there, of course, are efforts that gods can use to restore health if you so choose.
Yeah. I am not there as of yet.
Oh, none of you are.
I'm close.
But you're also Zeus.
Yeah, I got stabbed by some god weapons, though.
You have a lot of experience getting to that threshold.
Is the spear still around?
Oh, yeah.
Did Hades take that?
No. That's just probably on the ground right next to me.
Lovely.
It's just sitting there.
I would like to pick that bad boy up and give the doggy a little poke.
Amun-Ra with the Spear of Longinus. I need to remember that one.
I need a cool weapon.
I want you to just think about the implications of that before he stabs this.
Yes, they are. They are heavy.
This time he's only stabbing a dog. Not,
So, combat-based skills, I beat that by...
Oh, I'm going to have you use power use on
Power
this.
use. Oh,
You're,
lovely.
you're using powers using an artifact like the Staff of Longinus.
Cool.
You're not fighting with it.
Then beat it by 5.
You unleash forward onto Cerberus, and as quick as he is not fast enough. And you pin him to the surface of the ground with this spear. And he is struggling mightily, all 3 heads snapping and drooling. A horrid look in his eyes. He's going to try and tear himself free for his action. And he is not able to get himself free. Euronymous is going to attempt to bring you down. Nonetheless, he has not given up. Stubborn is one of his traits. I do have a success for another 60 damage hit. Which yet does nothing to Amun-Ra, of course. Now that you are closer to the ground with on that end of things, Loki, Skull and Hati, very, very upset that you have stabbed their father Fenrir in the eyes, are joining in on the fun. Both successes are only by 2 on their bites, so that will not work. Fenrir, though blinded, is still going to go after you. And both of those would be close enough to hit you, but being blind, neither of them, in fact,
Well played. Well played.
I
do.
know what I want to do next.
The ground rumbles, shakes, and shifts. Darkness spreads across the skyline, dominating everything you can see.
Hello, Tartarus.
And it's not just any darkness, it's a dominating, malevolent, hungry darkness, gazing down upon you with hate. Nothing less than hate.
We were having such a good time.
Tartarus has come. And he is miles tall. Like literally dozens of miles tall. We're going to start a new initiative, guys. Because the majority of combatants who aren't you are fleeing in terror.
Voice.
25.
25 for Loki.
17.
17 for Amun-Ra.
24.
24 for Zeus. And the Morgan.
19.
Loki, you will be starting us off. You can. They haven't gotten a chance to do it yet, but you can tell both Fenrir and Skull and Honey are not going to be sticking around.
Ooh, Fenrir might be. I would like to use a moment of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And with the strength and persuasion of Loki, I would love to use Rosie's animal training. And I am going to will Fenrir to me.
Heal, Fenrir.
Heal! Damn it. And then I'm all riding. That is a 7, so I beat that by 9.
In a display of dominance, you bring Fenrir to heal at your side.
And then I get on top of him, and then we turn towards Tartarus.
Zeus!
Hey!
Crap.
Yeah, that sucks. We could be in some real trouble here, guys. All right, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to establish mental contact with Tartarus.
Danger, danger, danger.
Very, very dangerous.
Really? As if it was some kind of pink pill? No. Humans need fantasy to be human. To be the place where the falling angel meets the rising ape. Death of the Discworld # cool rule.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
All right, so the mental contact is going to be simply one way, and my only thought is going to be that I am by far the most delicious thing on the battlefield. Also, I put you in that hole.
Oh! You give me power usage over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool rule is helpful for us to F with Tartarus.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, yeah, you did.
You are pretty sure that you are very convincing. In fact, those hate eyes gotta be looking at you.
All right.
There's nobody, I mean, well, they're big enough they could be looking at everything, but let's be honest, he's looking at you.
That's fine.
And hey, Tartarus is next at a 21.
Oh, god damn it.
And for my second action, I
You got
fly
it.
away from him.
Flying away from him.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Tartarus immediately takes off in pursuit after Zeus. Each one of the, you could call it a stride of a leg, maybe it's a float, maybe it's more of an ooze, and there's just this, he's so strange in form and shape, and he's truly a primordial. For most of you, it's your first time seeing a primordial. It's kind of strange to see the sort of thing that you come
A
from.
little bit turned on.
And he is
I found
very,
tons of these things. It's fine.
very fast for his vastness. And one of these darkness, like whether it's an arm or a tentacle or appendage, or you're not really sure, just lashes out and grabs hold of Zeus. And there's like a brief struggle as Zeus is continuing to fly. And then we're going to go to the Morgan at a 19.
Can you life drain a primordial? I don't think so. I'm guessing not.
I wouldn't. They don't have life.
Oh, right.
It would be the exact
They are-
absence of it.
They are eternity.
They are eternity.
But death is eternity.
But yeah, so death.
That's why this is
Death
this
came
is really
from
close
somewhere.
to home.
The devouring of life.
Grandpa, that's
mean,
right. Oh, it's Gramps.
If you had biological parents.
And it's a creature, but there is no absence of life, so it just exists as a physical structure.
Yeah, it's more of a manifestation. force.
Manifestation and a force.
A long time ago, it fell and crashed down. And was fine down there until Anubis woke it up.
So does it need to be destroyed, or does it need to?
As long
be
as it
put to
exists, it will
death?
continue to destroy and devour everything in existence until nothing exists.
But
Its
you
Does
sole
it-
purpose.
But you can't really just destroy it.
You cannot destroy a primordial. They cannot be killed because they don't live. It's like trying to kill night and day. You can't.
Yeah, trying to kill.
But if it's trying to be night 24 hours a day, which is,
Wait, say that again?
but if it's trying to be night 24 hours a day, which would be the equivalent of what Tartarus would want, it's the opposite end of life. It's
Does it-
death. Where there's the blood,
Does it eat?
Fuck, I already went.
Everything.
We can't team up, can we? Because I already went. Shit.
it eats everything. It leaves nothing behind. Literally nothing. That's its sole purpose.
And
It's
it
to
does.
remove the existence of things.
Can you curse it?
Well, I did have an idea.
Okay, do your idea.
What's your idea? Talk it through.
Okay. Well, but now I'm confused as
Just
to what
talk
it
it through, it's
exists
okay.
as.
Just talk it
Because
through. We can work on it.
What I'd like to do is teleport myself inside of it.
Okay.
And then I would like to then shapeshift into the into Death's throne that would be big enough to sit it. So the black spires of the Death throne would break through the center of him.
You give me a power usage roll, please.
Oh, those are not it. That
Yeah,
would be
you
that
grab
would
those
be a
tiny
rough-
guys.
That would be a rough one. That was 4, right? That's a 1.
Flip it over.
This guy?
Yeah, flip it to the other side and see what it says.
4, but 2.
So,
If there's an 8 on there, then it's a 1.
yes, it's a 1.
Oh, okay, it's a 1. Okay, so that's a 4.
A 4, that is a critical success. Even though the throne cannot normally be moved, you in fact
No,
do
no,
move
no,
it.
I'm not moving the throne. I'm becoming a replica that's
Oh,
big enough to
replica,
him for
okay.
the spires to go through the
You
center.
go through the center of him, and it actually triggers something much more of a mortal response. Something you might call vomiting occurs as a result of this. And not only does this replica throne come spilling out of Tartarus as he vomits, which also coincidentally, Zeus, you are released. Him vomiting.
Oh, that's good.
But he also vomits out a one-eyed giant.
Get back, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man, your dad put him in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cyclopses.
and then spilling out next to him are a pair of giants, Otis and I can't say these guys' names.
Which one?
I don't do Greek.
Uh,
Yeah.
is that the actual? Okay.
Epitels?
You'd pronounce.
Thanks for that, Maggie. Good save.
Ephiatalis?
Otis and the other one.
I don't know. They're giants. They once tried to steal Hera from you.
Oh, right. Those guys. That's why
And
they're.
Artemis too. Well, they were going to steal her and marry her. They were, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They're like the goth twins from Titus Andronicus. No
Like
thanks.
Coincidentally, Titans.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least
And even more so, the most angry looking of all of the things to get vomited out of Tartarus, Sisyphus.
oh boy.
Yeah, he got a bad break.
Whatever.
Amon Ra, you're next for the 17.
Jesus.
I just messed that one up.
No, I think you did great.
Yeah,
You freed Zeus, honestly, which at
That's
least one of
good.
us isn't still stuck.
Beneficial.
Also, it was a great idea.
But now he's vomiting up full
Yeah,
fledged
now he's
Titan.
I
vomiting.
know, but like, we didn't know. We didn't know.
There's issues. I would like to do a knowledge check. What put him to sleep initially? Or put it
Go
to
ahead.
sleep initially?
I'm guessing it was probably Faithfully by Journey.
You about to get it on right now? Because it's hard as a diamond in a nice storm. Beat it by 13. Sorry.
That is a critical success. The Fall.
The fall.
From
Yeah, see, initially, a long time ago, Tartarus was locked in mortal combat with his counterpart. Only Tartarus, wasn't the flying one of the counterparts, the gravity-defying one. So when the hold released, Tartarus fell.
So...
And his fall created the hells. His blood created the dark beings.
And I'm trying to get him back to his hole.
Yeah. Do we know where the hole is?
You saw the canyon earlier.
Yeah. If you're flying, you can see it way easier.
So, are there any physical limitations up here?
Not particularly. No.
Cool. So
it's hell. It's kind of weird as far as dimensions go.
Yeah.
Particularly when you blend in some of the other weird hells and some of their rules.
Okay.
The constantly changing physics just makes the whole environment very difficult, and probably why Hades won't leave the house ever again.
So, I would like to try and teleport him as far up as I can conceive of.
Who, Tartarus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Above the canyon. And just...
Basically what I was trying to do.
Leave him there. Nice.
There's a team up.
There's a team up.
I would strongly suggest the use of it.
Yeah.
Because I know where that hole is.
Yeah.
And I'm having him chase me, so...
In fact, I'm going to be honest, to do something like that, it would require at minimum a team up.
Absolutely.
A team up plus a couple of major efforts.
Yep. Let's make
Because
it
I gotta
happen.
basically teleport out of that hole before he lands on me, or I'll be in some trouble.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are going to use that team up. I'm going to want a power usage roll. Whoever's the higher power usage score, use that score.
What's yours?
16.
18.
Sweet.
Unless... Okay, no, Crashes isn't as good.
Beat it by 1.
Do you have your Patreon yet? Still?
Unfortunately,
No.
I used that.
Beat it by 7.
Take it.
I think somebody might be helping you out over there.
Yes. Yes. Do it, Death Dragon of Crows.
Wait. I can use both ones? Yep.
So what do you got?
I'm gonna modify your dice roll by 4.
So then I beat it by 5.
And how are you able to do that? Will you explain to our viewers watching at home what you just did?
She used...
Because I know what's gonna happen, because I have fate on my side.
Oh, I like
Her
that.
fake special ability once per session.
That's
She can-
very cool.
She can add or subtract 4 to anybody.
So that's success by 5 and
That's
success
very
by, what was yours
cool.
again?
I beat it by 7.
Success by 5 and success by 7. You do, in fact, teleport this primordial being. At this point, Zeus, you are exhausted.
Oh, that's only my second major effort of the day.
You're still not, passed out exhausted, but you are exhausted. You are physically. More appropriate way of describing it is you are now physically vulnerable.
Yeah. Got it.
You can be harmed or even killed at this point.
Good to know.
It is less for yourself, but you are not too far behind in steps from being there. And Tartarus begins to fall. We're going to go back to the top at a 24 for the beginning of Tartarus's fall.
You're on 25 though, right?
I
Or
am.
25, sorry. Loki, you want to start us off?
Oh, I do, but I feel like I want to see how this thing with Tartarus ends. Who? Everyone else left?
No, we have
They
a
are
bunch
fleeing.
of guys.
They are fleeing, but they have not left.
Did he not vomit up like 5 more bad
Yeah,
guys?
those guys aren't going to get to act until this initiative
But
round.
how
Since we're at the
many
start
did
of
he
this
vomit
one,
up?
We have lots.
you have Cyclops, you've got a
2 of
couple
those?
of Titans,
2 of
and
those?
Sisyphus.
So 5? Yeah. 5?
4 total
Oh, 4.
beings.
Okay.
No. 3 of them giant Titan-like creatures, and Sisyphus is, well, essentially a not so mortal.
Right.
I mean, he was and then Zeus screwed him, and I mean, not literally, but figuratively.
Which is
That's
worth
one of the
noting
few I
with
didn't,
Zeus.
actually.
And we're
But
all in agreement that we
funny
do
thing of
attack
note,
her?
Sisyphus broken out of hell 4 times. 4 times. Holds the record.
That's gonna.
So we do want to fight them.
Well, they're there.
All these people.
Well, The Cyclops and the Titans are not known for their kind natures.
Great. So
Sisyphus was just
My-
a very prideful guy that Zeus punished.
right. No, I know.
'Cause
I'm
he's a
just, but like, I
jackass.
wasn't sure, like, God-wise, how if they were going to attack, or like, oh, hey, Tartarus was taken care of. Cool.
At the very
Bye.
least, they would definitely have beef with Zeus if nobody else, and they're
Right.
power-hungry ancient beings.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just my little puppy poopers and I are just gonna go bite Cyclops. We're just gonna ride over there and going nom 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 nom.
All right, Rosie.
It's your new play toy. Have fun. I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I'm a 10. I'm in the 10 zone.
Absolutely are.
12. Which skill was it?
You're gonna be doing a combat-based skill.
Beat it by 2.
Beat it by 2.
Not enough for a dodge.
Because he hasn't had a chance to react yet, his dodge bonus is not in play. He's still,
Surprise attack.
shaking off. Absolutely.
Surprise attack plus 20 damage. Suck it.
Kind of getting the Tartarus vomit slime off of himself, reacclimating himself to the world, and gets to look up just as you and Fenrir hit him, tackling down upon him,
Just a good boy.
And-
Ooh.
mauling him.
Yeah.
And Fenrir is more than capable of hurting a Titan, being
Well, he better. His
a
teeth
god
are
like
something like
himself.
130 damage.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty. I mean, he did take Tyr's arm off in one bite.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Tears
All right.
lives. Bet you can't eat just one.
Oh! Zeus at a 24.
Zeus at a 24, and I've cleared the hole, I assume?
You have
Let's
cleared
go to
the
the
path
wall.
to the hole.
Very well.
Sorry.
No,
Let's
it's
go
okay.
to the mall. That is just delightful.
I take a minor effort and call down a mighty falafel plate and give it to Sisyphus. That should take him out of the fight.
Dirty bastard. Nicely done.
Have some pita, jerk off. Action 1.
And 2.
I'll let him look at his food too. I'll give him his eyes back, just to be nice, so he can see a good meal happening while he's surrounded by hell.
All right.
Zeus spends his actions doing kindness and compassion.
Well, he's a different man now. He's got a chip.
Wow. Tartarus is falling during his 21, but he is going
Punishment
to
over.
lash out and try to grab Zeus and drag him down with him.
Best of luck, dude.
And he is simply falling too fast. That and he's still vomiting while falling.
Forever yours.
The whole vomiting thing is really, really throwing him off.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the few things that could actually hurt him appearing inside of his stomach. The poor guy. The Morrigan will be next at a 19.
How many minions are out?
Almost
about?
none. They're mostly fleeing. Or I mean, there are a lot of them, but they're trying to clear this area. They don't want to be anywhere near giant Tartarus.
Yeah, and they're clearing out.
Yeah, most of like the demons and banshees and all
I
the
meant
crazy.
the Cyclops.
Oh, the Cyclops one is getting out. The two giants are still getting back to their feet, and Sisyphus is entranced by a plate of falafel.
Okay, well, because I'm like a giant couple mile high chair right now.
You absolutely are.
Yeah.
But changing shape is no thing for you.
Exactly. So I'm gonna change shape, but my arms are going to continue to be the two spires from the tops of the chairs, and I want to take both the giants and just impale them from the bottom.
Yes! Yes!
And just put them on each side of the
Kebabs.
real throne.
And you could literally hang them there for like a millennium, and it wouldn't be a problem because
Yeah.
Titans can just hang like that.
Yeah, you
Trust
actually
me,
can.
I know. I've impaled a ton of
Just
Titans.
the two giants, the two chair spire.
Me and Impaling Titans.
Give me a power usage. This will be a major effort.
Yes.
It's amazing though.
Major effort. What am I rolling? What am I rolling against?
Against power usage.
Power again.
You're full of power, bro.
Oh well, that was a 2 on 16.
Also, can we just
That
talk
is
about
a
how rad
critical-
this metaverse is?
Yeah.
Just for
Really,
like
really.
2 seconds.
So that the
Super
two
rad.
ones? Are you saying you rolled 1 and 1 over there?
I just rolled 1 and 1.
Shut your
And,
One
and
and
I'm
one.
gonna take a picture of it and put it on Twitter so
Sorry.
people can see.
Catchphrase. That should go on bingo.
Oh,
You
it
have
should.
just
That should go in.
kebabbed and impaled those two titans. They will be imprisoned until you decide otherwise.
Cool.
Bye.
Spending their time impaled, excruciatingly in pain.
You can wear them
To
as
the
shoulder
end
pads
of
for the rest of
their
your life.
days.
if you really wanted to.
Well, I wanted to put them on one on each side of the throne, just as like
You can.
nice little. Yeah, that's where they are. Like after they were
Yeah.
impaled, one on either
Yeesh.
side.
Well, Vlad,
Proctologist.
Yeah. Amun Ra, finish this out for the round.
So who all is left that is actively?
Well, Tartarus is still struggling. You know, he's falling, but you
let
might
him
want to
fall.
add some propulsion to that descent.
Okay.
rocket boots.
Let him fall.
I actually
You just give someone
kind of
bingo.
love that.
Who did?
So by saying rocket boots, someone just got bingo.
Yeah, no. Let's go ahead and rocket boost this.
Oh yeah.
If there is, I'm trying to figure the god to steal this from. Apollo, or I was also thinking Hephaestus in terms of engineering them.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, so I will crib that, and essentially,
Hephaestus rocket boots?
yes, Hephaestus rocket boots attached at every joint, if you will, of his weird forms.
rocket boots
Go ahead and
away.
give me a power usage.
Beat it by 4.
You build rocket boots in the blink of an eye. You're not exactly sure where you got the design from, but you have them. They're really nice. They're kind of red, black, and yellow.
Excellent
Color scheme.
Yep. It
They're
fits.
kinda
It fits in the hellscape.
They're really kind of sweet looking, to be honest.
Uh,
As
yeah.
they engage,
Well, it's better than
Tartarus
he
is
deserves.
plummeted down faster and faster and faster into the dark. And when Tartarus hits that canyon, the entirety of hell seems to shake. And for a brief moment, you can almost see the separation between all the different hellscapes. Like they're
Ooh.
forced apart for a second and then come back together.
Okay.
There is no longer a combat in play. Tartarus has been defeated.
Lovely.
The giants are imprisoned as long as Morgan so wishes. Cyclops is being eaten, and Sisyphus is having the nicest meal he's had in a very, very long time.
That was very well done.
Yeah.
So don't take it from him.
No.
No.
No, don't
No, let him
steal
have it.
from
The
me.
throne stands empty.
No. No, it doesn't. Because I'm taking it. I'm gonna go.
Shit!
I'm gonna go sit on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to take the throne, take the crown. Is Hal flown about still?
Uh-huh.
Where is she at?
Oh, she's still here.
Where'd that bitch?
Hey. And where's Hades?
He's hiding in his house in the third layer. at
Do
the
you need
moment.
him for something? Hades!
Be nice.
Now he's there. Terrified.
Okay.
And like halfway in this flinch, like he was just getting horribly berated.
Persephone.
As I stand there, and in more magical a way that I'm going to say right now, because I want as little words as possible. I am showing them the crown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm placing it on their on my head. I am then instructing them to stay, to create and maintain order of this underworld while of the underworld chaos that was created because of them. And if they don't, they will be able to experience what this arena has just experienced in themselves if I find out that it's not being run properly. And because of this defeat, I am now claiming the throne of the underworld for Amun Ra and Zeus.
Oh!
And so then I
for
take the
you
crown
two.
and I give it to you guys.
Oh! I didn't see that coming.
Neither did I.
I think I did. But a long time ago. What?
One cannot be king of the gods and king of hell. So
The
congratulations.
The walls between worlds will crumble and break. The long-standing undone in the Redeemer's wake. Redemption and damnation fly hand in hand while the horn crown rests in iron hands.
I don't get it.
That is not surprising.
Because you think I'm stupid. But really it's because I wasn't listening to you. Ha ha!
Stupid and ignorant. It's a great combination.
It's worked for me. So who's king of hell then?
Morgan.
Co-kings?
Co-kings.
Sweet.
Is the crown malleable at all?
You're not really sure. It shouldn't be, but lots of things that shouldn't be able to do certain things you can tend to do anyway.
Okay.
Oftentimes the rules seem to just not apply to you.
Well then, what do you guys like? Jewelry? Teeth? Pins?
I like all of those things.
Yes.
You do like all of those things?
Any of those things.
Yeah?
Jewelry with teeth.
Just don't put boobs on it.
Oh, I'm not gonna put boobs. I'm actually really
I'll never lose it.
tempted on breaking the crown in half, making them into molars, and putting them into your jaw so you will have it with you and in you wherever you
Give me a
go.
power usage roll. That is a major effort.
But that's a really, really badass.
Yes,
thing.
it is.
Yeah,
Give me a
yeah.
power
You
usage
should
roll.
have
And there's
one of
nothing
your
we can do about it. You're like,
No, there is
one of
nothing.
one of your teeth will have your mouth will contain the power of the underworld.
half of the king, half of the crown of hell is now my left bike husband.
Together, and you have to have the same one, so you guys have to rule it together. That was an 8.
That is more than successful. It is excruciatingly painful.
Ow.
You got it.
Thanks,
As if we were not more bound than any two gods from different pantheons ever. Now, aye. All right. Well, we certainly can't stay down here and run it all the time.
No.
Let me get like a little.
Can I at least get a party favor?
Yeah, I'm gonna make, twist together a little iron band or something that serves like a little mini crown. I'm gonna weld it to Hades' head.
Oh! There is a lot of screaming.
He deserves it. He got my wife killed. Not super happy at him.
Fair.
Still.
Fair.
I give him enough of his immortality to see the day-to-day around here.
Hades, administrator.
Yeah. I would like to take the spear.
You
Cheers,
have
buddy.
the Spear of
Yeah.
Longinus.
Yeah.
Also known as the Spear of Destiny.
Yep.
All right, so
I think this might be better used by you, but
every weapon is better used by her.
Exactly.
That's the Morrigan.
yes.
That was a really frightening thing you did today.
Yeah. Ugh.
So, now that we've got that whole hell thing taken care of, part 1 of our army is done.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this episode of Masters of the Metaverse. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Make sure you check us out on Zoe Game Night this week. We got a special game plan for you.
Yay!
Dang.
Also, it's Halloween!
It's Halloween. We got another episode coming Monday.
Yep.
And don't forget Christians on Table Takes on Friday. And
Yes.
also,
Ooh, Mark's got some.
Audio Dungeon is a brand new Dungeons and Dragons show that they're doing. And we have some of our Zoe team are on the show.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, who's in it?
Lee.
Oh, right, Lee, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Leland.
And yes. And so they're going to be doing that on Wednesday nights. And so it's on Facebook, YouTube, and on their Twitch channel. It's the Audio Dungeon, or audiodungeon.tv.twitch or whatever you guys know it.
Yeah, I'm starting a new show this month too.
And it's a homebrew show that they do D&D mini games with the audience. And so it's a Dungeons and Dragons with the AV effects and a custom-built sound stage. And they're just starting up their second season right now, so you should check them out on Wednesdays. What's your new show, Christian?
Yeah.
I'm going to be on a show called Rural Punk on the Shadowcasters Network starting on November 7th. Should be like a bi-weekly show, but it's kind of like a Shadowrun, but in the country instead of the city.
Oh, sweet.
It's pretty neat.
Cool.
It's a brand new system, so you get to play it and figure it out as we go.
So pretty soon you'll be able to watch Christian 5 days a week on 5 different channels.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Crossing our fingers.
As long as 3 of those days are here, I'm happy.
Yes.
That sounds good. Cool. That was all.
Good to see you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Is that Game Board Kickstarter still going?
Oh yeah, Game Board 1 Kickstarter is still going on. It's made its goal, which is great, but we'd love to get some more and get it over. And I suggest you go and take a look at the Kickstarter and see if it's something that you would like. And if it's not something you would like, I think you should reevaluate who you are as a person and a gamer.
You might have a point there. I mean, it's pretty dang cool.
It's a little pricey. I can understand, but
I can understand money being an issue, but not
we can't.
if you
Not
could just
desire.
buy it. You
Not
desire.
And we
it.
can't wait to get ours here in the studio.
Yes.
Which is why I think we should all go in on one to buy one.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.
Nice. Bye.
Bye.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse, that travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice, bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.